Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need. What you need. We're broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? It's been a while. I'm sorry, I had such a busy week and I had a very bad cough this week, so I couldn't stop coughing due to a tickle in the throat. So what I did was I just had to go out and do some gardening and stuff instead and just, you know, do what I have to do. So that's what I did. How you going? I am Kai. Michelle Epp, how you going? Beckham, how you going? Shannon, how you doing? Who else have we got? Alex, how you going? I am Kai. Did I say hello? I hope so. Alex, how you going? Who else have we got? Looking. How you going? Who else have we got? Who else have we got? Hang on. I know Demelza, how you going? Simone, how you going? Faith, how you going? Out to lunch, how you going? Missy T, how you going? Hey, Sherry, how you going?
Everything is hunky-dory.
She's starting to repeat herself. Oh, dear. She probably only got a couple of sayings to give back, you know. David, how you going? Okay, who else we got? Anyone else? Dana, how you going? MM, how you going? George, how you going? Kevin, how you going? Menacing Muskrat, how you going, guys? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the news first again. Share screen. That one there. My head on it. Okay, and we're going to go over to Twitter. Okay, let's go over to my page where I've shared a whole lot of stuff. Okay, everyone knows about the 50 illegal immigrants that were sent to Martha's Vineyard. Okay, they were from Venezuela. Okay, so they wanted to remain in Martha's Vineyard. Instead of a town, 80% Biden voters called the military and removed them. Instead, a town, sorry. If you've been looking for fascists, you found them. They're in Martha's Vineyard. Been saying it for a long time. The biggest racists and worst of the worst, pretty much. Well, not all of them, but like a lot of people who live in Martha's Vineyard. Illuminati bots said the CIA has tools to hack chips in cars, trucks, planes, and medical devices, which could be used to make assassinations look like accidents. They've had this tech for a long time, and they can do it. Common Sense MD said hybrid immunity is totally fake idea specifically invented to cover up the failure of the vaccine. I'm embarrassed as a doctor that physicians would be such brazen liars. Truth is, hybrid immunity means you got COVID after you got the jab because it didn't work. Oh dear. And I'm hearing a lot of people saying, look, within 3 to 5 years, those people who took it are going to die. I'm trying not to think that way because most of my family did. Greg Price said in the month of July, 49,563 illegals crossed the border into Del Rio, Texas, a town with a population of 35,828 people. But 50 people being flown into Martha's Vineyard, a town of 15,000 affluent liberals, is inhumane and a humanitarian crisis. And these are not, they're from 150 different countries. Everybody knows at this point, if you want to go get into the US, you go through the southern border. It doesn't matter which country you're in. Everybody knows. Rudy Giuliani said everyone feels so much safer since the FBI seized Mr. Pillow's phone because Mike Lindell was tracked down in the middle of nowhere pretty much nearly, right? So the FBI could seize his phone. They're really worried. They're really worried that what the other side has on them. That's what I believe. Matthew Colkin said, you're not a minor attracted person. You are a pedo, and the second you act on your perversion, you are a criminal. And I agree with this. They're a pedo if they're attracted to kids at all, right? But when you act on it, you're a criminal, okay? So Bridget Gabriel said DeSantis should send illegal immigrants to the Hamptons next. Now, that's a great idea. Everywhere that they reside, start sending them there. And they tried to say it was human trafficking, forgetting that Biden has bussed and flew a lot of immigrants around the country. So, I mean, what was he doing it to? And Hillary said, oh, that's human trafficking. She would know, wouldn't she? Ron DeSantis said in August, Florida's unemployment rate remained at 2.7%, which is lower than the rest of the country's 10 most populous states and more than a point lower than the national rate of 3.7%. Even with Biden inflation and spiking interest rates, Florida is outperforming the nation. Go Floridians. Love to be there except for the hot weather. Actually, at this point, I probably could use a bit of hot weather. It's been cold here. Centurion said, why is it some people migrate to Australia for a better life, then constantly try to trash it and demand change? Because that's what they're for. They're also voters for, the WEF, they're little Great Reset people. They bring them in and most of those people do vote that way. I don't know whether they're paid to vote that way or what it is, but they are. Ian Miles Chong said, hey, remember how Jeff Epstein and Ghislaine were charged with prostituting minors, trafficking, but how none of their clients were charged? Pepperidge Farms remembers. I don't know what Pepperidge Farm is, but it's come up a bit lately. We want the client list released. Still waiting. Yep. Now, the FBI is too busy chasing the pillow guy across the country to grab his phone. Yeah, they're not worried about the more severe crime. They're just worried about what people have on them. Brittany said, so all the major media outlets will go to Martha's Vineyard, but they won't go to the southern border? Because they don't. Unless you're Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez standing behind a fence of a car park, crying, making it look like she's worried about the immigrants. Chuck Costello said, breaking report, investigation reveals dozens of rooms and properties available on Airbnb in Martha's Vineyard. After homelessness director claimed 50 illegal immigrants could not stay because the island has no affordable housing. Cancelled by major stores, sued, violated by the FBI. They've been trying to destroy Mike and anyone else who supports Trump since 2020. Support those that support you. Stand with Mike. And there's a code there for anyone who wants to buy a pillow. Blake Masters said there are 54 nuclear power plants in America. They are on average 40 years old and are gradually being decommissioned. With half of the $740 billion wasted on the Inflation Reduction Act, $370 billion, we could instead be building 50 new 1,000 megawatt nuclear power plants. And look, this is something I think, the nuclear scare, okay? I think, and I heard a long time ago that it's it's a fear tool, like Fukushima, like Chernobyl. And Chernobyl, at least 20 years ago, the animals and the grass was growing, the animals were back. There's a lot of sus things in some conspiracy theories, okay? So all I say is use your own discernment, listen to a lot of people, but don't believe everybody until you've researched for yourself and you've got your own answers, okay? Don't trust anyone, okay? I mean, listen to me, but you listen to other people, get different points of view, and you can judge for yourself based on logic what makes sense to you. Tim Young said, are Democrats aware that if they somehow prevent Trump from running for president, they get to face based King Ron DeSantis? You know it's going to happen. The Columbia Bugle said, does Governor DeSantis have any extra buses to send to the neighborhoods of rhino Republicans who keep pushing for amnesty and mass immigration? The same thing's happening all over the world. We're all being inundated and we don't have the, we don't have the hospitals. We don't have the housing, the roads, that everything needs upgraded if you're going to just let a lot of people in. Okay, there's that one. I thought there was a thread, but not. No. Miguel said Marine Faroukwi, gotta watch you don't say that one wrong, is so concerned about human rights. Why did she emigrate from Pakistan to Australia, by the way? I'm sure her people would have benefited from her input and assistance. However, Marine turned her back on her country and came to Australia for a better life. Now that Marine Faroukwi is well ensconced in Australia and a member of the Senate, she feels it's her duty to change Australia into something that goes against our culture and traditions. Well, Marine, we don't like being dictated to, so perhaps you should have a rethink. And that goes for anyone. Okay, this one here. I Am Rad said, if I was a white person from Scotland who was elected politician who hated Australia, the reply would still have been, piss off to Scotland, okay? It would have been, go back home. If you don't like it, this is not about race, okay? This is Pauline Hanson who's saying, trying to speak up, and everyone else is just going against her, calling her racist. And, the words don't mean anything anymore. They really don't. You can call me whatever you want, and I don't really give a flying fart. Mick Adams said, if President Trump is indicted before Hillary Clinton, then America is no longer a free country. Yeah. And who were the customers from Jeffrey and Ghislaine? No one? Invisible men and women? Mike Stevens said, imagine our surprise. Cafe Locked Out said, we did it. We finally beat COVID. Dr. Anastasia Maria Lupus said, 279% spike in miscarriages, 487% spike in breast cancer, a 551% spike in Guillain-Barré syndrome, 269% spike in myocardial infarction. Got to say that one right too. 468% spike in pulmonary embolism, a 291% spike in Bell's palsy, a 437% spike in ovarian dysfunction, and a 680% spike in multiple sclerosis. This is what success looks like. Great. Sophie Corin said, no one alive in modern Britain had anything to do with slavery, therefore we owe people nothing. They can keep calling for reparations, but they're not getting it. Yeah, look, you cannot... That's for the sins of the father, that one. You cannot make people pay for the sins of generations past. We are moving on from that. Well, we were until The powers that be decided to start trying to segregate and divide everybody up again. Truthbot said, how much is your data worth? So much that Google is paying Apple $15 billion to be the default search engine on the iPhone and other Apple devices. Google is paying $10 per year per device to get you to use a free search engine. And they're so ingrained, the whole lot of them. I filled out a, here in Australia now, to rent a house, you have to go through an app. And every time I do, I get more scam emails and spam emails and phone calls, spam phone calls as well. So the next time I have to apply for a house, I'm going to ask if I can do it personally, and I'm going to tell them why. Because the apps they're using end up with spam emails and spam phone calls. I don't know if they know that, but they're going to find out. That's me being a Karen. Don said, from what we're told so far, the Voice consists of a racially based group of single race representative with direct access and influence on our parliament. Do we want one racial group to have rights and privileges that are denied to the vast majority of Australians? It's a good point, because that's what will happen. There's a war on. Senator Babbitt said the Great Reset is not a conspiracy theory. It's not even a conspiracy. It's openly talked about in the World Economic Forum. And it is. So anyone who thinks it's a conspiracy theory needs to go and just have a look at the World Economic Forum's website and you'll find out. Cat Turd said, I think I have it figured out. An expert equals dumbass. I've got to say it that way. It sounds funny when I say dumbass. Harvard degree equals dumbass. Fact checker is a dumbass. Scientist is a dumbass. COVID cult is a dumbass. Climate cult is dumbass. Ivy League professor is a dumbass. Woke is dumbass. Pronouns are dumbass. Ukraine flag in bio, dumbass. Dem voter, dumbass. I have to say it that way. It just sounds funny. To me, it does anyway. Moon goddess Artemis says, I stand with Pauline. This lady here, 1% Aboriginal and 99% full of shit. Okay? The Greens, they hate you. They hate Australia. They do. They work for the WEF. In fact, so do Labor. And some are Liberal. Hang on, we've got like, we're screwed. Taking back said every effing week. US announces new $600 million arm package for Ukraine. Oh, my goodness. They're building lovely cities with it, though. Have you noticed? Oh, dear. That was funny. Betty Johnson said, breaking, Trump on Mar-a-Lago documents. Everything was declassified. One sec. I've still got the cough. It's still hanging on. Okay, so it was all declassified. It's just, look, it's another witch hunt. That's what they're doing. Stacey Wallen said Mitch McConnell is pulling funding from GOP candidates that support America first. Mitch cares more about his family's interests in China than America. Got it. Okay, so we've all got that now. Mitch McConnell is pulling funding from GOP candidates that support America first. So how about sending some of the illegals to Mitch McConnell's house? Oh, dear. Lee Hunter said, I'm sick of the words colony, colonisers and colonialism being used as hate speech by people in positions of power who are either not born here themselves or have at least one ancestor who came from overseas. Exactly. You come to Australia, it's like any country. You go there and you either adopt their ways or you go back to where you came from. It's pretty easy. I'd expect that from, I'm Irish and I came to Australia. If I wanted to completely change Australia into something that it never was, then I'd expect to be sent back. I'm just trying to preserve Australia the way it was before all this started. Oh, well, then again, we were always a colony, a penal colony, so do we really want to restore it back to that? Just how Australia used to be. It does have a culture, and yeah, people should not come from overseas and try and change that. Congressman Troy Nell said, what would 8,000 more illegal immigrants in Martha's Vineyard look like? Progress. Tom Fitton said new Fed court rejected Biden DOJ's desperate effort to stave off any oversight on its abusive raid of Trump's home. Another big court win for Trump and the rule of law, because he's got his special master now. Okay. Malcolm Roberts said, come listen to Zuby speak at CPAC in Sydney on the 1st and 2nd of October. Zuby is, very well known on Twitter. I follow him too. If you're confused by why victim mentality is so attractive, 1, it provides a permanent alibi for personal failures. 2, it attracts attention. 3, it generates sympathy. And 4, it acts like a social currency with like-minded people. 5, it disguises negative traits and actions as virtues. Really does. Bonchi said the same people who put sanctuary cities in place, ignoring federal law in the process, now want the federal government to punish Ron DeSantis for sending people to sanctuary cities. Makes sense, doesn't it? Not at all. Jack Posobiec said, do you people realise these blue cities don't care about getting more illegal immigrants? They just want more federal dollars and they'll get it. That's what it's about. Federal dollars, keeping them in power. Nick Adams said the Democrats never showed any concern about preserving presidential documents when Nancy Pelosi ripped up President Trump's State of the Union speech. Do you remember that? When she stood behind him and ripped up the speech? Yeah. Oh, Black Patriot said, I'm being totally honest. I'm more angry at Republicans in office than I'm at the Democrats. Democrats will not be able to get away with what they're doing to America if Republicans stood up and fought back. Don't nobody suggest Republicans can't fight back, especially since we saw them fight Trump each and every step of the way on every single thing. Let them employ the same grit and resolve to fight the Democrats. If cowardice prevents them from fighting for us, they need to stand behind the patriots in leadership who aren't scared. The problem is the people treating us horribly are their buddies. Bipartisan my foot. I like that. Democrats don't understand bipartisan, so why are Republicans working with Democrats on policies that aren't good for their constituents? Not a single Republican should have signed anything for the duration of their term in office if nothing was in it for us. Then just before election rolls around, they introduce a bill to make it seem like they were doing something for us all along. What a joke. That's what they do. That's how they work. Cat Turd said, just so you know, anyone who says we're not in a recession is full of shit. So there you go. We know that. We all know that. The whole world is in a recession. I'm in a recession. You're in a recession. We're all in a recession. Maybe not Florida. I don't know. Is Florida in a recession? Someone let me know. Shukri Abdiraham. Okay, I'm going to say Shukri. Is that her name? Okay. If a liberal city can say no to the real immigration laws, a conservative city can say no to Biden's lawless immigration. Makes sense. Omnicentrist, Microchip, 1984, said you don't move to someone else's country and try and change things and call everyone racist because they don't like your changes. Fit in or go home. Bloody rude people. And that's every country, right? So immigrants who go to Britain to try and change stuff, go home. People who come to Australia to try and change it, go home. People who go to America to try and change it, go home. Sir Truth-A-Lot said, how many people queuing to see the Queen are the same ones who were scared of dying of COVID? Masking up and telling people to get the jab? Stood like sardines for miles to walk past a coffin, but wouldn't go within 6 feet of someone in a supermarket. Because the Queen didn't die of COVID, see? They felt safe enough. Bonchi said, let them see that DeSantis successfully turned the entire nation's attention off abortion and onto the border crisis by giving rides to just 50 illegal aliens. That's why they're so upset. They hate him because of how good he is. Ian Miles Chong said, weird how the media stopped covering the monkeypox pandemic ever since epidemiologists dropped details about which community it affects. Well, they did. They dropped which community it affects, and now the media has completely stopped covering it. Tim Young said Martha's Vineyard got a shipment of good illegal immigrants. They didn't even get any coyotes, MS-13 gang members, human traffickers, or trash bags full of fentanyl. No, they were from Venezuela, apparently. Jack Posobiec. This is a sign in the island of Martha's Vineyard. We respect women. We value Black lives. We stand with our LGBTQ community members. We stand with immigrants, with refugees, with Indigenous peoples, and with people of all faiths. We stand with our community. All are welcome here. Hate has no business here. So why did they call the National Guard? Why are they kicking them out? Yeah, see? Chicago Race said DeSantis and Abbott are kicking effing ass. Okay. And I said they're here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, right? But they're all out of bubblegum. That's from They Live. Neil Oliver said all this stuff about electric vehicles for the masses. Honestly, it's bollocks. It's a propaganda-led illusion. It's never going to happen. Then Malcolm Roberts said, and they both just keep it for themselves. Government create wealth, same way ticks create blood. They're bloodsuckers. Good point, said the Greens and the left in general constantly talk about racism. Is it because they are the real racists? Yep, I think so. Libs of TikTok said Portland Art Festival is having an event that's free for Black people to attend. All others are charged $80 for a ticket. Oh. The event's called Black Feast. Black Imagerial. Artist's name is Black Feast in the Salamatu Amabib and, oh my goodness, I can't even say that. Location, farm in Portland Metro. Ticket holders will be notified of the location in advance of the event. It's free free or by donation for Black folk, $80 for all other, limit capacity $40. Okay, how nice. That's not racist at all. Oh dear. Pauline Hanson, go Pauline, said, so Senator Faruqi is allowed to say and do anything she wants and no one can call her out because she has brown skin and is a migrant? Senator M. Roberts, Queensland, was born in India. Does that mean he isn't allowed to be critiqued, or is he fair game because his skin is white? And this is in response to Larissa Waters, who said the Jenkins review showed us how toxic and unsafe Parliament can be. Well, why is she there? If Parliament is to be a safe workplace, we need to send a clear message that this hostility to migrants and people of colour will not be tolerated. And it's in response to Maureen Fark you, right? People who look like me have been told to go back to where they come from at one point or another. I've copped it more times than I can count, but the hurt and sorrow it causes never lessens. Grow thicker skin. When Parliament sits on the 26th of September, the Greens will move to censure Pauline Hanson. Oh, dear God. Australia's in trouble. Go, Pauline. Bonchi said 50 illegal aliens die in the back of a box truck and the media couldn't care less. They don't even ask the Biden administration about it. But 50 illegal aliens are taken to a Liberal bastion and suddenly it's a crisis? Crazy. Jack Posobiec said one thing that's hilarious is the media losing it over DeSantis and Martha Vineyard op. Did they miss Biden flying illegals all over the country for months on end? Ask Christine Pushaw for flight logs since she's used to doing your jobs for you. When Biden did it, it was children. Biden's secret flights. Unaccompanied migrants' kids land in Westchester in dead of night and surge due to dangerous illegal border crossings. But yeah, the media doesn't worry about that. They're just too focused on the other side, you know. Chicago Race said if votes weren't switched from T to B, none of this would be happening. Yeah, I think it's more like, 82 million voted for the Mr. T. Taking back said, just going to leave this here. Biden sent 70 secret night flights of migrants from the border to Florida. By Anne Giaritelli, Homeland Security reporter. Immigrant posed as a minor. That's what they all say. Okay, I thought there was a thread there. There's not. USA is a constitutional republic, not a democracy, said. NBC calling illegals trash. Imagine that. Isn't that racist? Robert Noer said, and it's gone. This. Good, someone got a screenshot of it. What is this? Areas where I live and just throwing my trash there. A founding member of foundation which helps refugees. There's more to this. Why have I only got part of this tweet? But they've deleted the tweet. DeSantis sending asylum seekers to Martha Vineyard divides Venezuelan Americans. Are they serious? And this is replying to libs of TikTok who, oh, well, hang on. If I click on the comment, I'll get to it. Screenshot for when this gets deleted. NBC News saying Florida Governor DeSantis sending asylum seekers to Martha's Vineyards is like me taking my trash out and just driving to different areas where I live and throwing my trash there. A founding member of a foundation which helps refugees says. Do you want someone who says that about, seriously, about refugees taking the trash out, comparing it to that, trying to help refugees? Dems should have ignored this and acted like absorbing 50 immigrants into a community was no big deal. Instead, they took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. DeSantis got the reaction he was hoping for, probably more so, and it's also brought it to the public eye more. Okay, so now the public are, look, like I said, the news is going to get so ridiculous until people wake up. Old Soldier said Anthony Overseas. I like that one. Albanese. Instead of Albanese, it's Overseas because he's never here, right? Will attend the Queen's funeral and then fly to Japan. So we have a Prime Minister that's just MIA, missing in action. Do we get to, last time that happened, Harold Holt, we got a new Prime Minister. Can we do that again? Because Anthony Albanese is MIA. Nick Adams said, I'm hearing rumours that Elon Musk has made an offer to buy the FBI from Barack Obama. That was obviously a joke, okay? That's why I put a little laughing face in there. Tom Fitton said, new, major court ruling for Trump on special master. Court appoints special master suggested by Trump, notes Biden gang leaks and makes it clear that she doesn't trust a word the Biden-Garland operation has alleged about its raid of Trump's home. Good. Very good. Ann Miles Chong said it took less than a day for the Democrats to call the military on 50 migrants, but they expect border towns to handle thousands of them every day. Look, it puts pressure on everything, the infrastructure especially, okay? That you get like they had in Penrith down here. You get hospitals that you can't get into, doctors you can't get into because there's so many people coming in and there's not enough infrastructure. They're not training new doctors and building new hospitals and new roads and new shopping centres and new schools. There just isn't enough. Do you know what I mean? So you just can't let people just flood your country. You can't. Chicago Ray said, never knew there were that many white supremacists in Martha's Vineyard until now. Now it's being reported that white supremacists on Martha's Vineyard are kidnapping illegals by moving them off the island. How very nice of them. God. E. Pierce said, show me a pic of pregnant Michelle Obama. Oh, wait. If anyone can find a picture of Michelle Obama pregnant, I'll give them a special mention. Well, that's not much. Tim Young said the residents of Martha's Vineyard got rid of those illegal immigrants faster than they could read their yard signs saying they welcome all immigrants and no one is illegal. And then it goes on about Martha's Vineyard. Oh, and this one, OGP. We all know what these two need. Okay, look at these two people. Pedophile and his boyfriend admits to more than 60 child sex something acts. Related offences. Benjamin Heels and partner Tristan Cullinan Smale. Heels was a music teacher at Melbourne's Foundation Gates Secondary College. The pair have pleaded guilty to 60 separate child sex offences between them. So it's a former high school music teacher and his boyfriend. County Court of Victoria. Jeez. Seriously, these people, there's no help. Okay, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? There's no help for that. You can't rehabilitate people like that. Old Soldier said you may call it a university. I call it an indoctrination facility. That's exactly how I think of universities too now. Libs of TikTok said these people will just outright lie knowingly and hope nobody realises. The Disney-themed drag brunch scheduled for Sunday, September 11th was abruptly cancelled last week after an onslaught of threats and violence to the venue. The Cool Beans Bar and Grill, an LGBT-friendly establishment. The threats of violence, yeah, sure. I bet you the people rung and said, we're going to boycott you. And that's what the threats of violence are. The threats of violence came after social media posts by the anti-LGBTQ plus libs of TikTok and far-right media outlet Blaze TV's host Sarah Gonzalez, who interviewed her viewers to join her in shutting the event down. And if you don't issue a correction on this by the end of today, you'll be hearing from my attorneys. I've never tweeted about this specific event. Why do you lie to your readers? So they referenced, removed, and noted. Story updated. No apology or anything. There you go. Jimmy Fayal, I can't say that. The people of Martha's Vineyard spent 4 years telling us Trump was racist towards Mexicans, and then 50 of them showed, and now they're all chanting, build a wall. I like this idea. Cat Turd said, good morning. It's time to send millions of illegals to every rich elitist, Democrat city and town in the country. They've been bragging about us being sanctuary cities for years. Let's give them what they want. And also in Australia here, Benny H said, so Australia's, they're veterans, right? Recipients have to fly commercial to the Queen's funeral, but horse trainer Gay Waterhouse gets to lift with the PM on the Royal Australian Air Force VIP transport. So the rich Gay Waterhouse gets to lift with the PM, but Australia's veterans have to fly commercial. Lovely. Sophie Corcoran says Sweden have rejected their PM. Jacinta Ardern is on her way out. Trudeau will soon follow. The West is rejecting socialism, and you love to see it. Definitely. And here it is. Meza of Oz 2.0, mate, said, while we're being distracted by the Queen's death, yesterday Dom Perignon officially announced, Perrottet his name is, but I call him Perignon, officially announced the Smart City Plan for New South Wales. Please help share this video everywhere to show people what this really means for our future. Yeah, they're slipping it in. That's what they're doing. They're slipping smart cities in. And that's what the fires were a few years ago. Funny it was all in the same map that they used for smart cities. Stephen said Germany running on 72% brown coal and 15% nuclear. They only spent $800 billion on renewables so far. Alexandria Marshall said the left says it's a climate apocalypse. These are the end times. Sydney said, it was the most beautiful day in decades. That was yesterday, and it was. It was an absolutely gorgeous day. Art Taking Back said rich liberals love illegals as long as they're far away from their gated mansions and communities. Yeah, they don't like them on the doorstep. Cat Turd said Hunter spends millions on crack and hookers, then tries to lower his child support payment for his own child. Lovely. Big Bear O said, what the just watching the Welcome to Country on the rugby tonight, and I see they're now claiming to have been here for 80,000 years. About a month ago, the standard claim was around 60,000 years. Keeps creeping up. Where to next? I heard it was 40,000 years 10 years ago. How's that? It just jumps by 20,000 every time. I don't know. Jake Shields said Denmark's now banned the vaccine for people under 50 unless approved by a doctor. The house of cards is collapsing. And they're still pushing. They're now starting to push the cashless society. None of it's going to work. They're failing at every turn they try. They're failing. Okay, what else have I got here? A lot of that's about Martha's Vineyard. And I don't want to keep just banging on about the same thing over and over. Okay, Alexandra Marshall said, isn't it strange how the press talk about La Nina causing floods now that Labor is in power? But when the Liberals were in charge, the press insisted it was catastrophic climate change caused by capitalism. Of course, but now it's just La Nina or whatever it's called. Okay, I think that's about it for the news. So I'm back to the comments and remove that. Okay. Okay, so back to the beginning. I'm right at the beginning. Oh, hang on. Alex said Alex Belfield got 5.5 years in prison today. He only found out a couple of hours ago. Been watching a live about it, a very dark day for free speech. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Where are we? Alex said, I'm concerned Alex Belfield got 5.5 years in prison today, though I'm gobsmacked. I think he's a scapegoat we used to set an example to stop free speech. Okay, looking, said I'm here because of Kai Hev, although I kept an eye on some time on Rumble. You'd be surprised how your voice listening to you soothes me to sleep. Always rewatch. Oh, God love you. Yeah, spell check. I know. Don't worry. I don't mind if anyone misspells words because I understand, and they do it to me all the time, especially on Twitter. I have, yeah. Shannon said kittens are going great. Skylar's going to keep. Oh, good. And hi, Demelza. And Alex said I hadn't really followed Alex Belfield, but knew of his, and he called out Jeremy Vine for taking £1,000 for a funeral taken from BBC taxpayer money. Anyway, the whole thing got out of hand. Wow. Everyone's here. Alex said not Belfield for sentenced to 5.5 years. Yeah, I don't know. I think I know who he is, but I'm just not sure on that. Shannon said my lad's 7th birthday. Oh, happy birthday. Jeremy Vine said on public TV that he wanted to hold people down and jab them. Oh, okay, yeah, criminal justice system. I don't know, Alex, but you get less for kitty fiddling. Isn't that amazing? Hey, Simone, how you going? I am feeling better now. I had a really busy week as well, babysitting and just doing my lawns. My lawns take me 2 days on their own to do because I had to hedge everything and mow the lawn and do the edges and then blow everything away, you know. Oh, dear. And I'm going to do a video after this of me making gardens. Yeah, I'm about to make some more gardens because I've planted way too many seeds. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm up to now. Oh, and I want to thank, oh, my goodness, I can't believe I forgot. I want to thank Sandra for last week. Thank you very much, Sandra. Thank you to my PayPals and anyone buying me a coffee and members and all you guys actually for just listening because I appreciate all of you. I've got corn, zucchini, rock melon, cucumber, shallots, tomatoes, basil, parsley, peppermint, oregano, onion, watermelon, pumpkin, sugar snap peas, beans, capsicum, and a little bit more corn and some Mary Jane. Only one or two. But anyway, yeah, let's have a see how that goes. And yeah, I'll do a video of me making the garden. Hopefully the rain holds off. So yeah, that'll be probably up for members first. They'll get first view for about 24 hours before it gets released. So, hey, Missy T, how you doing? I think I've said hello to most people, but anyway, if I say hello twice, don't worry about it. My head's been off with the fairies all week this week. I've been playing in the garden and babysitting. And still playing in the garden when I'm babysitting because little one loves going outside and playing in the garden. Garden's a really good place to be, you know. Okay. David said, good morning, happy campers, love from Western Australia. Shannon said, Prince Charles unemployed for 70 years and becomes king, soon to be arrested or executed. Yeah. Yes, I think that was the end of an era. I really do. That the Queen dying, that was the end of that. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Okay. I've got to keep sipping on the cup or I'll end up coughing too much. And Faith is there and King Snurgle's there. Guys and guy ropers. Shannon said Faith with a whole lot of ones. Hope everyone's well. Shannon, hope you're doing okay. Everyone's saying, I think everyone's still saying hello. Hang on, let me get there. I'll get there. MM said, hi everyone, much love to you all. I'm sounding a lot better. Thank God for that. It still hasn't completely gone. Like with me, it takes a long time to get over colds and flus. Because I smoke and because I have a weakened immune system and it just doesn't work well. So people who get the flu for like a week, it'll take me like 3 to 4 weeks to get rid of it. It's bad. Oh, hang on a sec, guys. I'm going to have a coughing fit. One sec. Hopefully that's it. Oh, dear God. This is why I didn't come on all week. I just had such a bad tickle I couldn't talk for very long before I'd start just coughing my lungs up. Okay. How you going, George? And Kevin, how you going? And Menacing, how you going? And Alex said, Charlie Boy also re-employed Andy Pandy. Oh, he didn't, did he? Of course he did. Oh. Honestly, I don't know how. I say this every week without fail. I don't know how anyone's asleep right now. Oh, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. God love you. I am Kai saying hello. Everyone's saying hello. Alex said, Siri's like Biden, stuck on malfunction. Yeah. Only got a certain amount of phrases, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. I can't believe anyone's asleep right now. Look at the state of it. Look at the state of everything. And anyone's still asleep, but there are. I've been watching one lady who's so fast asleep. Such lack of self-awareness I've never seen before. She's in the UK, drinks on stream, and is batshit crazy. Swear to God. Like when she's not drinking, she's a normal person. She seems lovely. But when this lady drinks, my God, she turns on everyone, her own mods, everybody. And I don't tune in. Once in a while I will when I see big numbers on her, like big views on her channel. And, you know, she's gone off at someone. She turns on a mod. She turns on the people that have actually contacted her outside of YouTube and spills all their secrets. Wow. But that person's like, there are people who are fast. She's really fast asleep. So, yeah, it's amazing. Some of you are going to know who I'm talking about. It's Shazza. Missy T and all that. You guys will know what I'm talking about. Anyone who followed the Sean Atwood stuff and Wheezy and everyone, like, you'd know who I'm talking about. Out to lunch said, Heaven sent sanctuary cities are a crock. They don't want migrants. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They don't. Shannon said, got in early with the dollars, cut it a bit fine last. Oh, God, love you, Shannon. I appreciate you doing that. I am Kai said, mildly distracted, sorry. King Snurgle said, Alex, I've been watching the whole Alex Belfield thing for a while. He was behaving like a jerk and peed off the legal system. They made an example of him for that, not his free speech. Yeah, see, I don't know that much on that side of it. You know what I mean? Over there. I follow America closely because I know once whatever happens there is coming here. But it also does come from the UK, and it comes from, we all get it at the same time nearly. But you do get a bit of a heads up from the US. That's what I find. Shannon said, Kelly, you've been doing that for years. It's the Internet of Things. Looking said, P6 in DC filmed illegals dropped off outside Camilla's. Oh, good stuff. Yeah, I did see someone mention they should do that to Camilla, but yeah, I didn't realise they had. Alex said, don't forget to hit the likes, guys. Thank you, Alex. Excellent. Hey, Daisy Frog, how you doing? Hey, have everyone so happy to catch you live. Oh, God, love you. Menacing Muskrat said, in Canada, it's Roxham Road. Oh, okay. So, hey, Cynthia, how you going? I adore your accent. Nice to see you. Yay, happy Friday. Shannon said, who is Alex? Is that the guy that yelled out at the funeral that went off a bit early? Out to lunch said, Daisy Frog. Hey, nice to see you. How you going? Good evening, honeys. I'm back. Everyone's saying hello. Oh, God, love you, Alex. If anyone wants to donate to Hev, please visit PayPal. Yeah, that's the one where you get the most of the money. You know what I mean? Yeah. David says, some people are only happy when they're miserable, and yes, they vote. That's the scary part. Yeah, it is. Look, it's a matter of not... I blame the media because they're not informing people. Like, they're obviously propaganda and leading people down the Great Reset track, but they don't inform anyone. If people were properly informed, they may not do what they do. That's what I think. Yeah, but I agree with you, David, yeah. King Snurgle said, Shannon, the Alex that got 5.5 years was an ex-BBC type guy, got sacked and went on a vengeance spree, screwed himself over by not knowing how the law courts work. Fair enough. See, I'm kind of wary about these ex-BBC people. Oh, that's another thing with SG. The lady who's asleep in the UK said something about she had a bit part in a movie. Funny how a lot of these people are actors or wannabe actors, and I wonder if they're being paid to be trolls, because that's what they are. There's Andrew Guy, there's Sharon Gale, there's a few of them. I don't know if anyone caught that, and I don't know when I caught that, but that was in the last couple of days. But yeah, in the UK, there's a really weird thing going on over there with people on the YouTube. Shannon said, got to do it like Mr. T. Buy the book. Yep. Okay, out to lunch said, Petridge Farms is crackers or biscuits, I think. Oh, okay. And Menacing Muskrat said, thumbs it up, folks. Thank you. Shannon said, oh, Tiger Farm remembers is what they say in their ads. Oh, okay. Looking said, Cappy sang about Alex Jones working for Masson, Bannon going to that guy for money, and Dershowitz is there to make us go, Hey, SJ, how you doing? Oh, yeah, don't forget about Obama's uranium one. Yeah, exactly. Like they're going after some very small and questionable because mainstream media don't tell you the truth. So anything they've accused anyone of, I'd be looking twice at them. Alex said, I'm not sure who yelled at the funeral, Shannon. David Morgan said, no sound here. Check mine working elsewhere but gone quiet on here even after refresh. Anne said, I don't trust you now. I said, is that what I said? Don't listen to just like me. Don't trust anyone. Yeah, but you shouldn't. You should use your own discernment. You should also probably do your own research and use your own logic, and that way you will get to the truth. You know what I mean? At least as far as you can get to the truth until, sorry, just turning a heater off down there. Everyone's being noisy this morning. Yeah, until the truth comes, because the truth is coming out slowly, little bit by little bit. Out to lunch said, who said the Queen had info on Hillary? I didn't know that. David said, hi, Alex, lost the sound here. Okay. Maybe if you close the whole page and then go back in, come back in again, that might work. If you don't have sound, oh, well, if you don't have sound, you can't hear me telling you. Oh, dear. That's a bit of a pickle. I'm going to cough again. I've got a frog stuck. There's a frog in my throat. And it's stuck in there. Sound is good there. Okay, that's good. You just heard me cough my lungs up. Cack Rangel said, look out, they're trying to censor us again. Oh, no. Yeah, you know what? I was just started listening to her before I came on here, McAllister TV, and then I had to pause it. So I've started it, but hey, Anne, how you doing? Where's Snarky now? She's over on Rumble. I think she's on Bitchute too, isn't she? Missy said, no notification tonight. Oh, okay. They're being like that. There you go. Out to lunch has put the McAllisterTVonline.com as well. There you go. Even better, out to lunch. Hey, Selena, caught you 12 minutes in. Alex said, I don't know much about Alex Belfield King, but I know Jeremy Vine played up to it. Jeremy said he wanted to hold people down and jab them live on TV and is still allowed to broadcast. Isn't that assault? That's how I would look at that if someone tried to hold me down and jab me. Menacing Muskrat said, I know, Shannon, she nailed it today. The Royal Swamp is deep. September 19th, going to be a date to remember. Cool. Always hear dates, but they always go past and nothing happens. Well, maybe not nothing happens. We're not told about it. It's in the background. And you got to find it. I said, Alex, hi, honey, it pees me off at the fake funeral charades, empty coffin, people mourning. What a brainwashed society. Shannon said, just because you get indicted doesn't mean you're guilty. They do that just for the optics. Yeah, exactly. I swear they want to perp walk Trump so that everybody remembers it. They want that image in people's heads before, selections. So Everyone's saying hello. Mrs. T said it's gone through the roof, Hev. Oh, it's ridiculous how things are looking. You know what I mean? SJ said, yep, empty coffin. Pure blood, yep. Me too. Keck said, greetings, Alex. Alex said, I still have sound. David, maybe try and reload. I'm going to cough again. This is ridiculous. This is why I haven't been on all week. Sorry, guys. I wanted to stick to the Saturday stream, though. So I didn't want to let anyone down and say, no, won't be back yet. Faye said, I imagine more will be waking shortly. Yes. Well, it's still up to that first arrest, isn't it? The awakening. And also, okay, we know now that the FBI and the government were telling social media what to censor. Can I have my channel back for medical misinformation, because it wasn't medical misinformation after all? YouTube, hello? Or are they listening to the government? They're doing it too. I think lawsuits. I think I'm going to have to join a lawsuit here somewhere. Out to lunch said, oh, Donna's just watching. She isn't communicating with me on here. Fred loves Donna. Oh, Fred loves Donna and Donna loves Fred. Alex said, also your YouTube volume may be mute, David. I said, Shannon, hello, what do you think about the fake charade in London? Empty coffin, body doubles, and actors via the deep state. Hey, Rudy, how you doing? Alex said, pure blood here. Menacing Muskrat said, notice the Queen's flag is wrinkled on a coffin. Could it be another George Bush Sr. scenario? Something is afoot. Yes, I believe that was their last, the Queen protects the King. That was their last blockage, and sort of, now they're all panicking, trying to get it through as quickly as possible, including the cashless society. And it's not going to work. Nothing else has worked. Look at those things, they've given up now. It wasn't working. David said, I don't know how to mute YouTube volume, Alex. My sound system is working fine with everything else. Oh, no, David's having problems there. King Snurgle said, Alex Vine didn't mention individual names. Belfield went after individual named people and used his internet show to go after them. The courts see that as harassment. Stalking. He's also a dick. Definitely. Looking said, Cat Turd on daily with Jules on Rumble chatting. Oh, okay. King Snurgle said, David Morgan shut down, come back, you on a phone or what? Yep, or on a computer. If you're on a computer, it's the little sound button, that little sound type symbol on the video. I am Kai said, awesome crowd here too. Oh, God, love you. David said, yep, it's everything. YouTube, no sound on other YouTube channels, but fine everywhere else. I already started the entire system. Still nothing. Oh, no, David. Hopefully you can keep up. And Looking's laughing. Alex said, yeah, turn it off and back in again. David, IT crowd style. Old UK TV comedy. Faye said, Kai, is RR Strike Back on or BS? Just caught a glimpse. RR Strike Back, what's that? I said, has YouTube blocked me again? I've just sent a message to Shannon. Is that the one I just read out? Maybe it's because I'm behind or he didn't see it, maybe. King Snuggle said, on the video, third icon from the left, the speaker. Is it to the full right-hand side, David? David said, I'm on an i7 PC with 32 gigs of RAM and 6 speaker surround sound, not normally getting this kind of crap happening. Wow. Menacing Muskrat said, I see ya. Shannon said, just because the FBI put a label on the folder or now that says classified doesn't mean the docs are classified. Trump declassified at all. Yeah, exactly. King Snurgle said, if it still does it, sign out of YouTube and sign back in. MM, thank you. Alex said, advice from the IT department, David Morgan, usually works, eh, King? Hey, old school Pete. Yes, ISD. Your messages can't be seen? Really? I am Kai, said eyes, you're visible. See you eyes. Missy having chat. Good on you, old school Pete. Everyone's, yep. Okay. Shannon said, I never got Twitter. I'm waiting for Truth Social. Yeah, I've kind of, I'm on it because that's where stuff comes out first. Alex said, I never turned my laptop off and was forced to the other day as lag was too much. Had to completely new update and made it much faster. Yeah, mine did that the other day as well. I don't normally shut my computer down. I just let it go to sleep. But, yeah, the other day it shut itself down and restarted with updates. King Snurgle said, David, unplug the surround sound from the PC, then replug it back in. If it's USB, it should just plug and play itself back into the PC. David said, yeah, thanks, King. I never used that option in my life. Got a mute feature on the system itself, so never thought of that before. I said they're saying in America men can get pregnant now. They're all insane and will be punished from the Most High God. Yes, exactly. Hey, Deb, how you doing? From South Australia. David said, no, you were right, King. Nothing wrong with the PC. Just unmuted the YouTube button. Shannon said, Deb might get... Are you talking about the weather there, Shannon? The weather that might get moist today? David said, hi from the state on your left, Deb. Shannon said, how was Adelaide show? No masks. Well, Anne said, prices are up in Florida. Okay. Deb said, yes, it's very moist here already, Shannon. Menacing Muskrat said, lots is happening in September 19th, 24th, and 29th. Be prepared, not scared. Repent is a great idea too. That's a good way to say that. Be prepared, not scared. Hey, Darren, how you doing? I said, are you ignoring me, Shannon? I don't blame you. Alex said, I think they're all Dick's King. I'm just worried it's going to have a knock-on effect like them stripping more rights from us. They're going to try. We've got to just push back. Shannon said, I've got some debris in my pool. I'll have to deal with it. A bit windy last night. That could be something. Eyes to see. Shannon may be doing things while he's listening. Maybe. Alex said, I can see you, eyes to hear, although I'm a little bit behind the chat trying to catch up. Hey, David, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. David said, prices are up everywhere and will probably get worse and then the best will come. Insanity cures itself eventually. The thing is, the left the way they are, they're going to, die off anyway because they're not really having children and most of the, turning transgender and stuff like that. They're going to die out within the next few years, not the next few years, the next 50 years, 100 years. There won't be many of them left because that's what they want. Abortions and things. They don't want to have children. Most of them. That's the far, far, far left I'm talking about. Because anything right of that is right wing, apparently. So, Menacing Muskrat said, hello, David. How are you doing? Odysee said, Lizzie Fake was executed a few years ago via lethal from Special Forces under Mr. T. Yep. King Snuggle said, Alex, your namesake that got 5.5 years pushed his luck, also was paying a solicitor for advice to the tune of hundreds of thousands of pounds, then didn't use a barrister. Wow. King Snuggle said he should have done his own research and got a barrister to represent him. David said, can the residents of MV spell hypocrisy? Yeah, exactly. Alex said, now you have to catch up on 2 times speed, David. David said, I don't know how I'm doing, Muskrat. Oh, no. Shannon said, if climate change is real, why did Obama buy a $20 million plus estate in the waterfront in Martha's Vineyard? Exactly. A lot of them do. And they're the ones screaming climate change. Yeah, right. And Alex said, hey, David, I hope you're feeling better. David Dave said, lol, Alex, yeah, like a Chipmunks song. Her face said, David Dorr, you're still in my prayers. Yep. King Snurgle said, by the way, guys, that they say only a fool represents himself in court. I found out tomorrow if I won my court case representing myself. No solicitors or barristers involved. Good on you, King Snurgle. You took on the banking PPI industry. It's been held, but I'm pretty sure without corruption I've won. Oh, good. Let us know how you go. Hope you do. I hope you do. Alex, I also heard tonight that Alex Belfield went to Vegas with some of the money, but I really didn't know much about him apart from hearing about him tonight. So I'm hearing both sides, King. Oh, there's a lot of noise going on. Of course they would. It's been quiet here all week, right? Shannon said, hello, Muskrat of Menace. David said, thank you, Alex and Faith. Darren said, King, that's what Belfield did, and he got 5.5 years. David said, I represented myself once and my mother once in court Viking and won both cases. Who has a lawyer representing him as an idiot? The lawyer only knows what you told him. You know it better. For me to do that, I'd have to do a lot of research to represent myself in court. My goodness. Depending on what I was in court for. Menacing Muskrat said, lol, Shannon. Shannon said, Pauline's the only politician that hasn't flip-flopped and the media attacks relentlessly. So you know she's the real deal and the one to support. Exactly. Pauline Hanson is Australia's only hope. Hey, Starchild, how you doing? Nice to see you too. Alex said, good luck, King. I hope you win. Menacing Muskrat said, how's it going, Spear of the Shannon? Sounds medieval. Starchild said, Martha Vineyard is 56 miles from me. They don't even have 50 hotel rooms. It's only 7 miles long and 12 miles wide. Laugh my ass off. King Snurgle said, Darren, I already won in front of one judge, but due to paperwork error on the court's part, the final hearing had to be redone with another judge. Oh, really? David said, I support One Nation from the first. Manned a local polling booth for One Nation back in the day too. Big tow truck at Westfield, One Nation banners all over it. Go, Pauline, we love you. Yeah, she's the only hope Australia's got. King Snurgle said, I think it went well. I was just awaiting their final response, which was time, date limited. I'm pretty sure that rather than visibly losing in the court. King Snurgle said they have let a time response run out, so it will look like I won by default instead of them losing in the court. Oh, wow. Menacing Muskrat going, thumbs it up, folks. Thank you. Alex said, what will the outcome mean, King? Looking said, probably better off. Shannon said, some forms are filled out first name, last name first, and America does their dates backwards. Darren said, I hope you win, King, far different from Bellan's case. I am Kai said, sorry on a call overseas. That's okay. Selena said, Cloud Piven. Shannon said, Mohap. Alex said, it's the same everywhere. Massive long waiting list to see a doctor, though I'm not sure I'd want to see one these days. Well, even I'm on a medication, the hydroxy, right? Chloroquine, you know that one, right? So, and I'm about to run out at the end of next week. And they're like, you can look online and you can make appointments online, and none of them were available until October or November. I'm in a quiet town, mind you, right? And I'm like, I can't wait that long. So I rang the lady up and said, can I get a prescription sent from the front counter? It's an ongoing prescription. I always get the same thing. And she said, no, you got to see a doctor. And then she went on to say, I can get the doctor to ring you on Monday, and then she can give us the prescription at the counter or send it over to the chemist. And I'm like, did she not hear what I said in the beginning? That's what I wanted. Is there a way I can pick the prescription up from the counter without going in to see the doctor? So now I've got to have a phone call appointment with the doctor on Monday. So, Yeah, I don't really want to go and see a doctor either. Looking said, "I'll wait." Menacing said, "Get your calculator out, add your age to your birth year. It comes out to 2022. Shannon said, "Look up Obama's kids' real parents, dead ringer, but not for the Obamas." Yes, yeah, I have seen that, Shannon. They're friends, they're friends that they borrowed from. Yeah, those ones. King Snurgle said, "Alex, it was about a PPI company tried to bill me for a job they never did. They took it to court. It was only about £800, but it was the principal to me." That's fair enough. Yeah. Out to lunch, that had to put chickens up for, but one was out. Oh, really? King Snurgle said court costs would have been tens of thousands, though I wasn't going to pay anyone for something they didn't do just because they threatened and took me to court. It's quite a big deal. Nobody very much has won against a situation like this. They try to crush you with huge costs, PPI banking. Hope you win, King Snurgle. Kat said they will die in prison. David said it's confusing, backwards date. I mean, surely small, bigger, biggest is more logical than bigger, small, biggest. Cat 14 said the pedos, that is. Yes, exactly. Yeah. They need to. I don't think there's any rehabilitating that at all. Darren said for years the NHS had long waiting lists and cancellations, new excuse for the same problems. Looking said, "Oh crap, what is that with the birthday?" Alex said, "God help us all. Pedos every bloody where. It's sickening, and they're trying to normalise it and make us the criminals for hurting their little feelings. Boofing who? Boo effing who? Yeah, leave the kids alone." Exactly. Shannon said they made the threats on themselves, no doubt. Yeah, that's what I think. When they say they got threats, they probably just got kickback from people and then, "Oh, we're being threatened." You see it a lot, I'm telling you. Shannon said, "Alex, the world is run by pedos." Yeah, exactly. Old school Pete, when you tolerate evil, what do people expect? Such people shouldn't be around children. The world is lost. And the thing is, that's where they go for. They go for teaching positions. They go for positions where they have access to kids. So Disney, teaching, doctors. Some, not all. David Morgan said, "Thank you for spelling pedo correctly, Alex. Calling them pedos makes it sound like cycling enthusiasts." I always do that. I spell them wrong just for just because it's quicker than me trying to remember there's an A in there somewhere. That's bad. I said WEF is about to crash. All banks across the planet within weeks. All money will disappear. Cash will become worthless in time. Right on schedule, Agenda 2030. Yep. Alex said, "Makes me so angry they literally run the show." I was about to say, Shannon. Hey, Jeff, how you going? Gay gets a lift. Yep, they look after their own. Yeah, they do. And stuff the poor veterans. They have to find their own way over to the Queen's funeral, Shannon said, "I had to quit my job as an altar boy. All that kneeling made my jaw hurt." Oh, dear. Old school Pete said, "Shannon, are you a bloke?" Yes, he is. He's a guy. Alex said, "Dirty, disgusting scum" would be more fitting name, David Morgan, for them. Old school Pete said, "If not, I don't believe it." Shannon said, "Yes, 48-year-old man, pure blood." Oh, dear. King Snurgle said, "Old school Pete, it depends on how Shannon is identifying that particular day." George said, "I have to stop giving Shannon a kiss when I say hello." Oh, that was like Alex. And honestly, people with names that could be male or female. And I understand you've got to ask. If you don't know, you have to ask, yeah. Missy T's laughing. Alex said, "I literally watched a pedo sob story the other day. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. What planet am I on?" That's funny because I watched one on okay, before the Atwood thing happened, I watched one on a lady, and she was trying to make excuses for them. And I was sitting there going like, what? We don't need to understand them. No, we don't. We need to get rid of them, right? Oh my God. It was like she was, doing the same thing, like, trying to make them, trying to humanize them, like, I know they're human beings, but there's something wrong with them. And I don't think it's fixable, personally, okay? That's just me. But yeah, I've seen something similar, Alex, and I just sat there with my jaw dropped. Couldn't believe what I was seeing. GLF said, hello from the Free Republic of Florida. Hello, love, and everyone. I'm running late again, and no, Florida's debt-free. The state makes great deals and spends wisely. Good on them. Shannon said, I've been live on Hev's. There is video of me and Alex somewhere back in Hev's archives. Yeah, there is. You both joined me on a live stream. I've got to do that again. I'm also thinking of getting people on and interviewing people. Yeah, I'd love to do McAllister TV, Linda Paris. I'd love to interview her. Maybe Deception Bites too. I'm going to have to contact people now and see what I can do. I said, I'll warn you, all banks are going down soon. Any money in the bank will be taken as the banks own the money. It's coming very soon. Old School Pete said, Alex Bellend is a loon. Seriously? Yeah, I just don't trust, like, ex-media people. I have a really hard time with them, with trust. Hey, Carl, how you going? No notification again. Oh. Shannon said, George, mate. Alex said, no, out to lunch. He's a very naughty boy, Shannon. Darren said, Belfield encouraged donations for his legal fees and didn't use it on legal help. Oh, there you go. Missy T said he's a plonker. Darren said he's had so many holidays recently, though. I would love a holiday. Oh, my God. I'm not going on holiday, though. I looked up holidays, right? And they want you to pay for COVID cleaning. $700. You got to be kidding me. Give me the bleach and some alcohol wipes and I'll clean the place. God. I just thought, no, I'm not going on holiday when they're doing that. No way. George said Alex Belfield is a con man. David said it's called the criminal justice system for a reason, right there in our faces, like it's always been. Yeah, criminal justice system. Yep. King Snurgle said, Missy T, I agree. He stitched himself up because he thought things done on the internet weren't treated like things done in real life. Alex said, happy birthday to your boy, Shannon. I meant to reply to that earlier, but was a bit caught up in the chat. Yes, definitely. Happy birthday to Shannon's 7 year. Did she say he was going to be 7? Or 8 or 7? I said the Bank of England and London have warned they're going to steal your money. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to stop everyone from withdrawing their money and it's going to disappear. Because they're taking it. Because they think they own it. You know, like you're not allowed to face money because it's, what do they call it? They used to call it federal property, even though it has nothing to do with the federal government. Gerloff said, by the way, eyes on Japan, zombie banks have injected enough poison in their financial system to derail the yen. Officially, they announced insolvency. There you go. I expect it to happen any time, honestly. King Snurgle said, eyes to see, nothing new to that. They get away with it all the time. Alex said, I've been literally hearing both sides of Alex Belfield tonight and heard he used donated money to go to Vegas. Wow. Deb's got a thumbs up. Alex, I knew nothing about him, but thought he was fighting for free speech. Everyone's saying hello. Out to lunch. So they are trying to say gardening is offensive. Go figure. They want you to only eat their food GMO crap. Exactly. I don't care what they say. I'm gardening. and I'll kung fu them if they come near me and tell me to stop. You'll see Hev go all ninja. Everybody was kung fu fighting. I'm not as fast as lightning. But it might be a little bit frightening, right? Oh. Shannon said, FYI, Shannon is an Irish boy's name. It means slow-moving stream. I can't be held responsible for my internet speed. I live in the sticks. I said, King the Viking, they're going to empty all the bank accounts very soon on orders from the WF, part of the New World Order reset. Yeah, exactly. King Snurgle said Belfield scrounged money when he was skint and the public chucked loads of cash his way. He paid a solicitor stacks the holidays he paid from his roadshow tour. Yeah, see, I don't know that side of it. Darren said he's an ex-employee of the BBC that is always spouting stuff against the BBC. Daisy Frog said olive leaf extract capsules are amazing for cold and flu. I might have to try that. King Snurgle said Belfield tried to play the legal system. He's just an idiot. Their system doesn't let anyone play them. Davis said Charles declared himself a globalist, not cool for the British monarch to support the dissolution of his own realm in appearance. We know he wouldn't lose his personal sovereignty. Yeah, exactly. Well, we knew that before he took hold because he was banging on about climate change, a year ago or something. He come up with some speech that he was doing. Oh. You could tell that he was going to go that way. Alex said, everyone always thinks I'm a boy. I'm so offended. Blimey, people are like this in real life. People are like this in real life. Out to lunch. Heaven sent million tea. Oh, yeah, I got told about that a few weeks ago. I've got to find out where to get some. Where is my pen? Okay, I'll have to have a look. I'll go to the health food shop and see if they've got some. Darren said, so true, King. Shannon said, naughty, naughty, very naughty. Alex said, stop assuming my identity. George said, hi, Darren. Deb said, no mask for the Adelaide show. Good. Alex said, that's a great song, Shannon. David said, I'm a boy, but Ma won't admit it. Who? Lol, Alex. King Snurgle said, I was to see the banks are trying to make it look like the new digital system has no alternative, but we all know it's just a plan set up. Yeah, exactly. If they do that, watch all the other crypto go up. And their like banking system crypto won't do well. Watch what happens. Just keep watching. Old School Pete said, could be worse, Alex. I thought Shannon was a girl. Swings and roundabouts, really. Alex said, oh, glug, glug, Sharon. Oh, yeah, oh, glug, glug, yes. Yes. I used to feel sorry for her. I don't anymore. Not at all anymore. Yeah, she just she's turned on even her mods and people who like she talks to in real life behind YouTube, but from YouTube, and then spills all their secrets online when she's drunk. Wow. Out to lunch said George O'Brien, hi. I said, Alex, Shannon not speaking to me. I can't blame him. Blocked him 4 weeks. I'd rather him block me than ignore me, lol. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Geoloff said Japan on public paper appears fallen. However, during the 80s and 90s, they bought up everyone's treasury bonds. No matter what, bondholders have to be paid in cash or assets of equal value. Well, I heard they're going to take people's cash and say that they've got bonds now and that they're worthless anyway. Alex said, I want to be a real boy. Oh, dear. Rudy said 6:50 in Houston, Texas. The face laughing at Alex. Darren said, sorry, Alex, I sacked the fairy godmother. Oh, God love you, Shannon. Thank you. You keep me going. Out to lunch, said Alex, what does that mean? You want to be a boy? Alex said, I think it's from a show or something, isn't it? Alex said, I think he was earlier, eyes to see. Maybe he's trying to catch up with a chat like me. I'm well behind. King Snuggle Gergelson said, Alex, real boys aren't wooden. They just get woody. Old School Pete said, Alex with Pinocchio shout. Out to lunch said, Shannon, you're making us look bad, bruh. Deb said, England was so bad with marks, etc. Now, look, nothing to worry about. Shannon said, I'll just keep telling lies for the ladies, Alex. Deb said, good one, Shannon. Alex said, the chat is always awesome. It is. I said, Belfield was stitched up by cops, the other side lawyers, and wicked people. They all will be very soon. Almighty season hears all, and everything is recorded in real time. They're forked. Alex said, oh, yeah, PayPal gives you almost 100%. It is instant pay rather than waiting a month for YouTube to take nearly 50%. Such a joke. Yeah. But the super chats and that do help me reach that, because you've got to earn $100 a month for them to pay you anything. Otherwise, it just adds up until you hit $100. So what Shannon does actually does help me to get up to that $100, so I can be paid at least mostly every month. It's hard these days on YouTube. Missy said, I don't trust anyone from the BBC. Exactly. GLF said, hello, Alex. Sorry, my chat had frozen. I figured it out finally. Alex said, I can't stand the BBC, not funded it for over 10 years. Shannon said, yeah, I use PayPal to have real money, but give money here to encourage you guys and share jokes. George said, same here, Alex. Out to lunch said, media just tell things that align with their agenda. BBC is 322 backwards. Remember when Building 7 fell after they reported it? I do remember that. I do. And the lady was reporting it had fallen and it was in the background smoking. Alex said, I was really behind the chat, Gio. I hope you're well. Hey, Judy, how you doing? Shannon said, BBP is Pedo Central. Yeah. Yep. Yep, Shannon, yep. Out to lunch said, Judy, all good with you? Alex said, full of pedos, Missy T. So, yeah. King Snuggle said, boy buggering club, why Seville et al. Are given a home there. Yeah, exactly. Oh, out to lunch, frantic Missy. Has anyone heard from her lately? No. I'm thinking of messaging her on Twitter to see how she's going. I might do that after this, actually, because you just reminded me. Judy said, out to lunch, hanging in there. Everyone's saying hello. Missy T said, need to hurry up, catch them while still live. Are you talking about SG there? Because she takes the streams down where she abuses people. The other ones are up still, though. Alex said, I put my heater on for the first time since winter, getting a bit chilly in the UK now. It's slowly starting to warm up here, but really slowly. Unmute? Am I muted? Hope not. Judy said, maybe you need to go out and come back in to get sound back. Yes, that's normally what you have to do. You have to close the whole stream down, go out and come back in. Shannon said, all upper echelons of pedos, a form of control. David said, when I was a kid, Alex, my brother and I come home from fishing, Mum would ask, how come we always fall in the pond? We didn't. We had to wade out to untangle fishing line or something. I am Kai said, still on call. Apparently the world is being divided. Person against person is the aim. Darren said, I was thinking about the heating too, hanging on, hoping for another warm day before autumn. Yeah, see, we're in spring here now, heading into summer. It'll get there. Hopefully it warms up a little bit. King Snurgle said, Alex, last night early morning was the first time my gas central heating kicked on in months. It just kicked on again 30 minutes ago. Wow. Out to lunch said, UK isn't in winter yet. Is it first day of fall, 22nd of September? Judy said, people getting really mean around here. That's happening everywhere, Judy. People can be really, like, I think people, their tempers are frayed. Because I've noticed that too. A lot of people are just, and then you find like, then you go to Bunnings yesterday, right? This is what I did. I went to Bunnings yesterday, and this lovely guy came up to me and said, because I was struggling with the trolley, I had like 8 bags of soil and all this heavy stuff on the trolley, and I couldn't steer it. The wheels kept wanting to go, one way, how they do that, Anyway, he said, can I help you? And I said, oh, yes, please. I'm having trouble steering the trolley. He came with me through the checkout, did all the, like, grabbed the thing off the lady and did all the, barcodes. And then he said, do you want me to take it out to your car? Where are you parked? And I said, oh, yeah, out there in the green car. And he went out and he started loading it back in, and he was talking to me, and we were talking about lockdowns and that. He's awake. And I was like, good on you, mate, at the end of it. I said, I'm glad you're awake, So, yeah, but I understand what you mean. People who aren't awake are getting really angry. Alex said, yes, old school, Pete. I'm glad you got the reference from Shrek. Hey, Susie, how you going? Late again? Oh, that's all right, yeah. YouTube aren't necessarily giving out notifications. Rumble headline countdown agenda decode. Oh, excellent. McAllister's latest. Excellent. Because I think I'm on the one before the latest. I'm not sure. I might be on the latest one. I only just started listening to it and then had to pause it straight away to come on here, so I didn't get to hear much. Shannon said, how stoned did Drinda and her sister, Dr. Pam, sound? Look in their ads on McAllister. It cracks me up every time. Yeah, they do. They do. Drinda, yeah, and her sister. Well, I see, I just got to, like, past that, and then I had to pause it because, the intro. David said, fixed it ways back out to lunch. Viking showed me the YouTube mute button. Old school Pete said, yeah, I get it. In fact, I've been practicing my I'm a real boy impressions here on the couch, but sadly, I definitely sound far more like that little wrong and Mickey Mouse than Pinocchio when I do so. Darren said, whatever they do to Trump just makes him stronger. Yeah, exactly. They do. Out to lunch said, what about the 24th of this month? Germany said you will remember where you were that day. Oh, really? Interesting. David said they can't touch Mr. T. No, if they could, they would have already. They would already have him locked up if they could. Menacing Muskrat said, Shannon, I love when Linda says conspiracy theory, lol. And old school Pete said, and I hate Mickey Mouse. Little punk. Yeah, I don't like him either. I never liked Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. I like the other cartoons, Tweety and Sylvester and all them ones, Foghorn, Leghorn. Shannon said, innocent until proven guilty. Dems forget that and hope the sheeple are too dumbed down to know it. Exactly. David said the solution was too simple for me at the time. Oh, it happens. Don't worry, David. I said Belfield was set up, but they will all be deadly sorry, barring false witnesses and falsifying reports. They'll be sorry from the Most High God. Alex said it was a line from Shrek. Out to lunch, I was taking the pee about misgendering and all that bollocks. I used to think I wanted to be a boy when I was younger, but I was just a tomboy. I was too, Alex. Don't worry. I was a tomboy when I was little. Darren said, only a crazy fool messes with Mr. T. Yeah, I pity the fool. Shannon said, conspiracy Phoebe. Alex said, now no child is safe. And Out to Lunch has put the Rumble channel on there. King Snurgle said, out to lunch this time, Poland's going to invade Germany, probably with 1 million unarmed immigrants. Oh. Shannon said, lol, Muskrat, I say it loud as well, lol. That's what it was, the McAllister TV link. Thank you, Out to Lunch. Shannon said, bahaha, just called you must-tart, Rolf. Oh. David says, storm drain block here next door. You should hear the frog chorus at night. It's louder than you'd think when they all get going. Frog lives matter. Yeah, they can get really loud, can't they, frogs? Out to Lunch said, I've been watching dash cam videos. Road rage is crazy. I think Jab people are acting strange. Yes. Yeah, you got to try and sort of, stay out of people's way at the moment. Alex said, unless you're up for it, I don't know. I'm not. Alex said, did anyone see the guards faint and face plant the floor whilst guarding the Queen's coffin? No, I didn't. I didn't even watch her funeral. I didn't watch any of it. Missy T said it's common. Susie said, with the announcement of Libby officially going, I have felt a huge release, but a paradoxical heaviness in my body as well. Headaches, exhaustion, but unable to sleep all week. Yeah, you go through those periods, don't you? You do. I've had them. I said, hey, honey, cashless society is coming. Mark of the beast and Revelations, and no one can stop it is written very soon. Honey, yep, I know they're gonna try and do it, but it will fail too. I know one way or another it's going to fail. Faye said, I've been seeing that too, Out to Lunch. Darren said, I heard about that, Alex. Maybe another vax victim. Shannon said, with all this moistness, I've been pulling frogs out of my pool. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain. David said, rail strike in US called off. Missy said, doing drill and standing to attention. Oh, is it common for them to fall over? Is that what you were saying, Missy? Shannon said, whoops, what message did I miss? Oh, Shannon, I asked you something about the fake empty box that she was gone years ago, I think. I can't remember. Out to Eyes, ask Shannon again. Out to Lunch said, Alex jabbed or maybe locked knees in marching band. We were told not to lock knees or you will faint. Oh, there you go. Alex said, I thought that, Darren. Was it vax? Never heard anything more about it since I saw it, though. Kind of disappeared out of the media as usual. Missy T said, you're told to wriggle your toes. Okay. So it does have to do with the guard. Yep. Selena said, David, actually 11 more unions still need to vote. 2 voted for, 2 against. They are waiting for the rest of the unions to vote. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Shannon said, death from unknown causes is the biggest cause of death in Canada at the moment, according to Awaken JP. Yep. It's going to be worldwide, that one. Out to Lunch said, Missy T, yes, circulation of blood is important. Yeah, exactly. Old School Pete said, and to think that tomboys were just a normal part of society. Today they would no doubt be mistaken for hidden lesbians, and if they thought different, someone from the state would talk them around. Yeah, or they're meant to be boys. That's what they say, and get the girl's breasts cut off and give her a hysterectomy and God knows ruin a life. I'm glad I grew up in the 70s when I did, because you could be a tomboy without people telling you you're actually a boy. Everyone's saying hello to Teresa. David said, I see Selena hasn't stopped Biden claiming credit for it already, though, has it? Yeah. Good vibes. Attilan said, moist. Shannon said, what I said, hello, eyes, back at the start. Yeah, no, you just missed one of his comments, that's all. And he was talking to you about the Queen passing, I think. Yeah. Alex said he just stood there, then bang, down he went, poor bloke. Couldn't have happened at a worse time. Oh, no. David said, it's too moist here. I need to mow and I want to ride my bike. Hey, it's spring. Are these such unreasonable wishes amidst the global warming problems? Yeah, where's mine? It's still cold. Out to lunch said he made history. Alex said, hey, Teresa. Missy T said, probably so embarrassed now. Shannon said, what up, eyes, mate? I said, I've heard it's going to cost $100 for one tin of beans. Oh, dear God. Shannon said, moist. Missy said, low blood pressure or sugar. There you go. Alex said, yeah, I know, Pete. The world's gone bloody bonkers. Carl said, does anyone know if Aussie Cossack was released yesterday? I haven't heard anything. Carl? Jeff said, FBI is a hoe. Demelza said, UK news today is pollution's being blamed for teenagers suddenly starting to get heart problems at all. Nothing to do with the unmentionable thing. Yeah, exactly. They're going to blame anything they can but that. It's the elephant in the room, the big, big elephant, is they all had. And I hope to God, my family. Oh, dear. I said, Hev, we're at the end of age, darling. Fact after the wrath of God is 2029. Oh, please don't tell me it's going to go that long. No, I'm kidding. I'm in here till the end. It doesn't matter how long it takes, even if I get impatient, which I do. Yeah, I'm going to stay the course. Susie said there's a new truther on the scene called Ismail Perez. Anyone know about him? You said there will be a life-altering solar flash on the 24th of September. A few years ago we heard somewhere in December there was going to be one. I don't know. I haven't heard of him or her. I haven't heard of them. Jeff said Perez sounds shady. Out to lunch said Carl Anthony, how you make your letter look like that? Pretty cool. How does he make his letters look like? Where did the comment go? No, I can't find it now. I don't know. Missy T said, I know, Demelza. Alex said, do you think people will protest on Monday, the day of the funeral? I don't know. Maybe against Prince Charles, do you think? Shannon said, no more beans for me. I have to switch to spaghetti, eyes to see, lol. Susie said, Jeff, what makes you feel that? Alex said, sounds like they're ragging bikes up and down the road. Dragging bikes up and down the road, Hev. Yeah, someone was using either the blower or the whippersnipper or a trimmer or a hedge or something. Carl said, Aussie Cossack is out. His first words are, get ready for some content, guys. I'm going to double down. Ooh, good on him. Jeff said, just a gut feeling. Faith said, chat keeps disappearing for me. Oh, no. Out to lunch said, is September 24th going to be the new September 11th? You never know. I'm waiting for something like big, you know. Susie said, Alex Belford looks like Alfred E. Newman. Wow. Out to lunch said, be a member, it's great. I think Out to Lunch is a member. Yeah, Out to Lunch is a member. Darren said, I hope not, Alex. Demonstrations at funerals cry to like-minded but turn others away. Jeff says, stop focusing on dates. It doesn't help anyone. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't like dates because we did that years ago and then it made us look like we were wrong when we weren't, because it is happening. But it's happening to their timeline, not what we thought, if you understand what I'm talking about. Alex said, how strange, Faith. Susie said, hi, Alex, treating us to another photo I see, looking good. Faith said, yeah, quite weird, Alex. Alex said, I think if people protest on Monday will harm whatever cause they're trying to protest. I heard some may happen, though. Don't know where. Well, the best thing is to stay away from them, because if they're organised protests, you know, the other side pretending they're the other side, then it'll get shown up in the end. Susie said, Alex Bellend. Out to lunch said, Susie Fraser, Alfred E. Newman, Mad Magazine. Remember folding back page to see the picture? You can fold American money like that. I remember that, Mad Magazine. Missy Teague said they've called more undercover police in. Oh, really? Carl Anthony said dates 1776 days after the first post. The Queen is gone. There you go. Interesting, isn't it? Alex said it's the same Neo one. I may change it, though, for next week. I haven't decided, Susie. Shannon said that's why she's the receptionist and not the doctor. George said 24-hour wait to see the Queen. Oh. Alex said, yeah, because the new examination is all virtual now. They'll have us putting on VR headsets soon to go to the quacks. Yeah, no, I won't be doing that. I'll take a phone call. But what if there's something you need to show the doctor? Like, okay, if you have a rash or something somewhere, right? You go, oh, well, I need to show you what it looks like. I'll describe it. Okay, it's red and lumpy and itchy. And then they probably, because they can't see it, or do they want you to take a photo and send it to them? Oh, I don't know. Darren said, I saw a woman who could barely walk that apparently made it through the queue to pass the... Oh, my goodness, really? Out to lunch said, flip the dead lizard thing off as you go by. Jeff said, 24 hours to wait to see a... Is that a lizard? Susie said, yeah, out to lunch. I've seen that. I know someone who actually walks like they did in that comic Spy versus Spy, I think. They would never allow parody like that now. I remember that. And there was a spy book on how to be a spy and to hide, like, your most important things inside a book with cut out square in the middle of the paper. And, oh, my goodness, I remember. I used to love Mad Magazine. David said, fascinating, Carl Anthony, 1776 days, huh? That's amazing. These people are so clever. That's why I'm still trusting the plan. Yeah. Missy T said, a line of crisis actors. Yeah, I heard that somewhere. Susie said, Alex, how do you light up my name in orange like that? Oh, is that becoming a member? Or is that tagging people? I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Darren said VR headsets in a small box room and you'll be happy. Oh, God. I couldn't imagine anything worse. I'd rather be outside in the garden, you know. I'm one of those people. Alex said, yeah, amazing how many people can suddenly stand 12 hours in a queue who have been incapacitated for the last 25 years. Darren Booker, who knew the Queen passing would perk up so many people? Yeah. Must be crisis actors, some of them, at least. Out to lunch said 17 cities are being warned about riots or something. 17, I find that interesting. Why not 18 or fewer? Memphis isn't on the list. Wow, very interesting. Jeff was laughing. Out to lunch. Alex said you put an at Susie Fraser. Oh, there you go. That's how you do it. Yeah, she was tagging. Yep. Shannon said they try to get us into digital currency so they can turn our money on and off. Yeah, at will. You don't agree with us? We'll turn it off. George said, no chance I would wait in a queue for 24. No way. To see a dead person? No. Susie said, Hev, where are the Muse today? Missy said, same, George. David said, misspelling leads to mispronunciation, and mispronunciation leads to misunderstanding. Next thing you know, they're trying to get away with being called maps. Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, they're pedos to me. It doesn't matter. I'm never calling them maps. Call them what they are. Out to lunch said, Susie, the Mew Mews are now doing the OnlyFans. Oh, really? Brian said it's our turn to purge the elite worldwide. I agree. Get them out. Get them out. And then we've got to deal with them. We want justice. We all want justice. David said Ron DeSantis rocks, make Western Australia, Florida again. Yeah, exactly. He does. He's good. Out to lunch said Shannon Spear, you are too funny. Faith said, has anyone heard from Frantic Missy? No, I haven't. I've got to message her. I've got her on Twitter, and I'll message her and make sure she's okay. I hope she is. Deb said, yes, please. I'd love you to have lives. Out to lunch said Faith asked the same thing. Yeah, out to lunch asked earlier. Shannon said, funny looking as well, out to lunch. Susie said, Alex, I've tried that tons of times and I know, and it doesn't work. I'll send that to you. It will show orange on my side as well, so I know it was sent. Wow. Yeah, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't for some reason, Susie. I've tried to tag people and it didn't come up in orange. I don't know why. Pat said, a friend of mine worked in Ararat prison and said the prisoners all watch kindergarten playtime and other children's shows. They all send messages with all their Oh, my goodness. Really, Pat? Oh, no way. Out to lunch said, yeah, me too. Selena said, reread the bail-in. Doesn't quite say what you think it says. Oh, really? I'll have to read it. Out to lunch said, but Donna loves me. She is half blind and crazy. Oh, Fred loves Donna and Donna loves Fred. Daisy Frog said, got a spare room here next to the ocean in Perth. Come and visit. Oh, it'd be lovely. Shannon said, the salt must flow. That's salty cracker. Old School Pete said, that reminds me, there's a picture of Alex Belfield cuddling Jimmy Savile, looking like good friend. Oh, really? Brian said, let's send all new migrants to Canberra where the population doesn't grow. Good move, Ron DeSantis. Yeah, exactly. We should do that. How about we send them all to Daniel Andrews and now Anthony Albanese's house? And then, the teals and all the little, I don't even have a word for them. All the little scum, swamp scum that surround them. That's a good name. Swamp scum. Because that's what they are. Alex said, it only highlights the person you're messaging as Susie Fraser, and I think you need to click their name when it pops up. Oh, okay. So you put the ad in and you start typing slowly and their name should pop up. Selena says, Shannon, I like his inhale rees. Out to lunch said, flow it must. Shannon said, I like his Fauci waffle. I don't know how to say that. I haven't watched him enough to know what his Fauci waffle is. Alex said, it's to make it easier for people to see when someone has messaged them, Susie. I don't think it works on mine, though, because I have an emoji at the start of my name. Lol. Oh, okay, yes. I get you. Shannon said the science. Susie said, what a palaver, Alex, good grief. Dara said, are you the one who unscrews the salt pot lid? Hey, Wheezy, how you going? Is it kicking off yet? It's very soon. Financial system's about to go. But things are happening in the background still. Like, things are going on. So, and Wheezy, are you doing a live tomorrow morning? I need to know because I'm babysitting and I need to listen on the way down to when I'm driving, So, Wheezy, are you doing a live tomorrow? Everyone's going, hey, Wheezy. David said they'll face Excalibur if they try and take my garden. Yeah, I'm going to go ninja on them if they try and tell me I can't garden. Weezy said, hey, Alex, hey, George. Missy said, yo, Truthy Boo. And Weezy said, hello, out to lunch. Old School Pete said, Weezy. I said, we are mortal beings, not human. It's all in the original scriptures of the Bible. We are mortal beings, not human, like people have been brainwashed at school. And Weezy said, hello, Missy, and Old School. And Demel's is saying hello. Missy said, kicking. Weezy said, hello, Demelza. Shannon said, Hev show is the only show I'll miss Salty Cracker lives for. Oh, God love ya. He's better than me. I'd be on his. Sorry, that's bad. Shouldn't say that about myself. Shannon said, Wheezy, mate. Old School Pete, time is ticking, I think, says out to lunch. Yep. Alex says, Hev, stop misgendering. Shannon said, my lad just yells out emotional damage at random times. Lol, hilarious. Oh, dear. Susie said, all right, let's get down to priorities. What's the best way to roast a chicken with veggies? Spatchcock it and put the veggies underneath. Going to do it tomorrow. Please advise. Oh, I don't know. I did mine like separately. And I boiled my potatoes and pumpkin first and then fried them. And it made them crispier and very soft on the inside. But I don't know. It's up to you, Susie. It depends on how you like it. If you like it spatchcocked, then do it that way. And, the veggies beneath so they get like the juices of the chicken and everything. I don't know. It's up to you. Alex said I had to put in brackets because by the time you get to the comment, it won't make sense, lol. Richard Kemp said Luke 17:2. Out to lunch said Shannon Spear, you know it, brother. Missy T said, I agree, Hev. Yep. The financial's coming next, I'm telling you. And I'm not there yet, but Wheezy, are you doing a live tomorrow? Isaac says that all this evil and wickedness on earth, God the Father, Yahweh, and the Son, the Lord, King Jesus, is listening and watching everything. And it's all recorded in real time that goes into the books for judgment. Well, let it be known that I stood up and said something. And that's all I did, really. Dana said, I'm very concerned if they shut down the banking system and take our money. I've paid deposits for renovations, etc., to start in 6 weeks and would be furious if I lose it all. I understand. But I think there's going to be a time where no one's doing anything because you can't access money. It's going to stop everyone's going to wake up and, whoa. But I don't believe it's lost forever, Dana. Someone will have a record of what we had beforehand, and we probably will get compensated for it, considering that anyone who's trafficking people are getting all their wealth taken off them. So I'm pretty sure we'll be paid back. And that's where the new parallel economy is going to come into it and start running alongside, Wheezy likes turtles. Susie said, who spills secrets when they're drunk? Oh, this lady called Sharon Gale. It's Car Crash TV. That's all you can say about it. It's Car Crash TV. Yeah, she said she was an act. She was she had a bit part on a movie or something, right? Or a TV show. This just come out in the last day or two. And not only that, she turns on everyone in the chat like, be like me sitting here drunk going, F off you, CUNTs, and it's bad. And then the people she does know from YouTube who she contacts and talks to offline has obviously told her things in confidence that she then gets on lives and drunkenly spills it all out for everyone to hear. And I'm like, whoa. that's unforgivable, really. You should never do that. So that her name's Sharon Gale, and her channel is A what? In other words, EHWHAT. And she was around the time that Sean Atwood did this thing. She did a video too, wondering what was going on with the prank, and we all thought she was all right. And then as time went on, we all went, oh, it's kind of like, type thing. Alex said, I listened a few times to Glug Glug and couldn't bear listening to the abuse she was inflicting on people that were trying to help her. Exactly. Like everyone even when they were nice to her, she was telling them to F off and that they were see you in the NTs, and she's serious. You can tell she's not joking. And she just had a relationship with someone from her chat, and now she's turned on him too and is starting to say things that, it's disgusting. It's car crash TV. Out to lunch says Susie Fraser, a beer up its backside and grills standing up. Missy T, is that a turtle? Weezy said, me. Yeah, Weezy, are you doing a stream tomorrow? Is anyone moving their superannuation to cash assets? I don't have any super left. I already got mine out a long time ago. And when I got sick. Susie said, out to lunch, that sounds undignified but delicious. Brian said, Geppetto was a pedo. Yeah. Out to lunch said, a drunk speaks the truth, so do children, so drunks are children. Missy T said, yes, Brian. Demelza said, every time I've seen Sharon, she's always bullying a rather large mentally ill woman. Yes. Don't think many people pay much attention to her anymore. Well, it's not just that. Her whole channel is like a troll channel. All she does is troll people. And now she's picking on truthers left, right, and centre. And I know some of them are scammers, like most of us do, but she's got a real bee in a bonnet with that information, doesn't she? I mean, she's really, kicking against it hard. Oh, I just can't believe that, she turns on her own mods and turns on people who call her friend. It's just, honestly, car crash TV. Old school, and I don't pay much attention. It's only that every now and then when she gets a really high number of views, I know something's happened during that stream. And I'll click on just to have a quick look. If I don't hear or see anything, I'll click back out. Always, kind of that, Old school Pete said, yep, I'm definitely confused and ticking. I don't know the lingo, guys. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? Am I saying something that people aren't getting? Missy T said Tom Hanks playing him. Oh, thank you, out to lunch. I appreciate that. King Snurgle said, I've got everything in 3 properties. One has land, all paid for, no mortgages or debt on them. Whatever happens to the money, property is property. So until the commies try to take it all away. That's not a bad thing, yeah. Susie said, Alex, out to lunch, just talked to me and my name did not light up in orange. Oh, there you go. Brian said T. Hanks, huh? Alex said, awesome, out to lunch. Out to lunch said, that's 1 cigarette probably. Shannon said, see, it's working. Nice one, out to lunch. Out to lunch said, my last 2 in the bank, they aren't getting it. King Snurgle said, Susie Fraser, that orange enough? If done on a PC, the name fills itself in after the first few letters typed and goes orange. Wow. Yeah, I think sometimes it does it for certain people. I don't know. It never done it for me either. I could never get people's names highlighted, Shannon said, correction, Tom Hanks' brother or clone, real Tom Hanks was executed a while back. Missy T said, sex offenders have. Oh, are you talking about SG? Is that what we're talking about? Darren said, BBC gets less views on TV than it does on porn sites. Wow. Alex said, I've seen that too, Demelza. Is that Foodie? Yeah, Foodie Beauty. She has a go at Foodie Beauty. She was doing a couple of others. I don't even know who they are. I don't watch them. Yeah, but she just picks on people. She's got no original content herself. And what she started on with her talking about how they killed her baby, you know what I mean? And everyone thought, oh, she's, even I did, and I appreciated that she said that. And then she turned around and does all this, and she's like a turtle that's pulled her head back in after sticking it out, looking at the truth, and then pulling it back in, going, no, no. I said, Hev, did you get my email? I'm on the same bus. I think I got an email about a few days ago. I haven't paid too much attention to emails and that this week because I've been just outside and busy and yeah. Maria said, hey, have caught a bad cold and used what you told me to do on myself and it's worked. Vicks on the soles of my feet, socks on, hot lemon and Codral and have some getting slowly over it. Oh, cool. Hey, Leslie, 24th of September, watch Germany. Okay. Weezy said, I once met a man from Arkansas. Maria said, I'm much better. And Weezy said, and that's all. Finished. Alex said, unless you put the Susie Fraser and click the name, I don't think it highlights. Sometimes I forget to put the @ because I'm trying to reply too quick. Demelza said, Alex, yeah, Foodie Beauty, I think it's very low vibing stuff. Yes, and then if she does talk about truthers and things, it's just, she doesn't make any sense. Her arguments don't. She's so drunk. She doesn't make sense. She doesn't even know she's not making any sense. It's like this, the lack of self-awareness is unbelievable. And people try and tell her, and even if they're nice to her, she's, oh, my God. Out to lunch said, Weezy, I'm in Mississippi. Susie said, King Snurgle, oh, yes, a lovely burnt sienna, a veritable Tuscan sunset. Thank you. Exactly what are you king of? The Snurgle. Weezy said, out to lunch. Nice. I'm in Florida. Out to lunch said, King, are you master of your own domain? Seinfeld reference. Oh, yeah, I remember that. King Snurgle said, Alex, I'm on Windows PC. Just have to make sure the @ is exactly where the name has it. No gap or gap depending. After first few letters type, it fills out the rest of the name. No clicking. Okay, I'm going to take these in too so that hopefully I can do it one day. Old School Pete said, I once meant an intersex from Liverpool, England. That is all, thank God. Yeah, that's another one. They're just troll channels. And they're bit part actors or wannabe actors. And all they do is troll people. They've got nothing good for themselves. They just got to pick on other people. There's a few of them. Brian Gerard, Houston, out to lunch. How much are you paying for a litre of milk? I don't know. I think ours here is nearly like $3 a litre, I think. Depends on which milk you buy. You can buy real cheap shit, which is not good for anyone. But if you buy the better stuff, it's like $3 a litre or more. Susie said, you're such a star, Alex. Totally adorbs. Oh. Alex said, the drunk woman is called Sharon on YouTube. Her story started off as a very sad one, but then I found a few things that didn't add up, as did we all. Then all her abuse she was inflicting on her viewers. Yep, exactly. It's actually disturbing to listen to. Yeah, there's something... I mean, it does, she's, okay, even if you've been through trauma, you don't treat people badly just because you've been through trauma. When I was reading that thing before where it says victims, I thought of her straight away. Don't be a victim. Pull yourself back up, buy your bootstraps and carry on, mate. And you got to fight to carry on in yourself. So, yeah, it can be done. You can get yourself out of trauma. Zal said, "G'day, Heaven, all in chat." Alex said, "Made me think she's not a nice person at all." I questioned the backstory because first she said it was from this, and then in a drunken live, she said she thinks her husband did it because there was a couple of bangs from upstairs. I don't know. It's just there's something wrong there. Really, really wrong. Weezy said, "Sharon has a crush on me." I know. She does. She hates you with a passion. In other words, she has feelings. That's why she hates you so much. Dana said, "I got off the Trump team the day he didn't pardon Julian Assange." That's okay. I still support him. I'm waiting to see when the truth actually comes out what it's all about, because I've seen things that I question too. I don't agree with everything Mr. T does, but I've seen what he was trying to do, and I do support that. So, Menacing Muskrat said, "Heaven sent, I took an idea from you and got a Coleman oven and putting it on my wood stove for this winter. Learning all the different hacks. Much Muskrat." Oh, God love you. Well, if I can help in any way. Like I said, I'm going to do a video after this of me doing my garden. Like I'm actually making a garden, okay, from nothing. There's just like grass and dirt, right? I'm going to build a little garden. Stuff I've already bought, which was really cheap, and I'll explain that on the Making the Garden video. But yeah, that should be interesting too. King Snowball said, "I would be king of UK, but the Germans stole all that after the Scots 1745 uprising. My bloody useless ancestors lost." Oh no, King Snowball. Alex said, "Hey Zal, how you going, Zal?" Weezy said, "But then again, she even crushed her Uber driver." Oh yeah, apparently. Did she sleep with someone on screen? I heard about this taxi driver, right, that she had over her house, and they got into it, and she was live streaming or something. Is that right? I heard about. I didn't see that one, but I heard there's stuff that I haven't seen from her, but I've heard about, and I'm hoping somebody, because most people will grab the live, you know what I mean? They'll record it, and I'm hoping someone has. Not that I want to see that, but I mean, did she actually do it on camera? Something happened on camera. Out to Lunch said, grandparents lived in Palatka near East Coast St. August. Oh. Missy T said, "Is she easy on the eye?" Alex said, "I feel your pain, Wheezy, almost as bad as Terry." Yes. They're as bad as each other in different ways, and Terry is that androgyne thing. They're as bad as each other, but in different ways, I think. Out to Lunch said, "St. Augustine." Old School Pete said, "Ouch." Wheezy said, "St. Augustine is historic." And he's laughing, Alex. Hey, Zal. Selena said, "For those talking about September 23rd, 24th, or 25th, I give you this, and it smells like a trap." Global Crisis USA, Creative Society. Okay. Shannon said, "Be patient, Dana. Timing is everything. Trump and Assange are working together. Optics are important." Yeah, it is. They are. I do believe they are. There are things that, like Trump's saying about the, thing. I don't agree with that. But he did say it's everyone's choice, where no one else was really saying it was anyone's choice. So yeah, I'm waiting for more info to come out. But I agree with you, Shannon. Yeah, mate, what have I missed? 2 hours. I'd tell lunch to milk by the gallon. I don't know. Donna would tell me, but she's gone to town. Sherry said, "People that aren't awake have no hope right now. They are afraid." Yeah, and they're getting angry, and you can see it. That's why I'm talking about this Sharon character. She's another one who seems to have, she seemed awake and then pulled back into a shell and is kind of fighting it every which way. Eyes to see said people are turning evil and aggressive to the jib-jab fact. Oh, could be. Darren said, Hev, you didn't miss the Queen's funeral. It was on the 19th. Oh, okay. I haven't missed it. Okay, I haven't missed it. I didn't see the guy fall over. That one. I didn't see that. Out to lunch said, Wheezy, the water smelt like sulphur. Ooh. Alex says, it's not been the funeral yet. Have just a 200-year build-up to it so far. Or it feels like that way over the last week. Oh, dear. Good on you guys. Weezy said, non-Sandra will get to wear his military. Oh, Missy, was that she actually did sleep with him on screen? No way. Oh, my God. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I've met someone like her before. When they drink, they go, whee! And I call them psychotic drunks. They're psychotic when they're drunk. Okay, so non-Sandra will get to wear his military uniform. He was given an exception, lol. Oh, you're kidding. Judy said, I know my energy is all over the place today. Yeah, mine is too, actually. I'm having my whole week's been, what? One of those weeks, you know. King Snurgle said, Zal Moss, Alex turning up drunk, did a striptease, fell down, got up again, then staggered off and brought everyone around at the bar. Just wait until she sobers up tomorrow and remembers. Are you responding to Zal saying, what did he miss? And he's made up that Alex turned up drunk, did a striptease, fell down, got up. Poor Alex. Susie said, Alex, she just went by Sharon because there was a woman that would show up in lots of live chats with psychics and conspiracy stuff and told a sob story every time, scammed thousands of dollars. Wow. King Snurgle said, Zal Mox, apart from that, not much. George said, Andrew should not be allowed to wear his military uniform. He shouldn't, no. See, that's what they now that the Queen's dead, they're just going to let it all come out. You know what I mean? It's that. It's going to look ugly. Selena said, okay, folks, got to fly. Please hit the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified of Hev's new videos. Thank you, Selena. Have a good one. I said, Hev, they won't fail. It's written in God's word. The mark is coming very soon, and Bible prophecy is jumping off the pages at warp speed, honey. What if that was the mark? Sal said, damn, that would have been a sight. Missy T said it will backfire. It will. Xenotron said, good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Have to catch up. Cheers. Oh, good on you, Xenotron. Darren said, but we must not accept the mark. I haven't so far, and I'm fighting it all the way. It's not going to happen. Susie said, Alex, she got into accounts through PayPal and credit cards. She's used different aliases. Really? Susie, who's this? Is this Sharon you were talking about? Alex said, Andy Pandy has been given a title back again. Wheezy's now Earl in Inverness or something, and also become Deputy King to Charlie. Oh, my. Shannon said, Queen was removed quite a while ago. 2018 was glorious timing as everything you are watching the show. The flag on a coffin was crooked like Bush, sign of a traitor. Yeah. Weezy said, lol, that's hilarious. Weezy said, Earl Ivaness the nonce. Hear ye, hear ye. Yeah, exactly. Out to lunch says, Xenotron, how are you? Hopefully good. George said, now the Queen has passed away. Abolished it. Yeah, that's what I think. Hear, hear. I agree. And so does Wheezy. There you go. Menacing Muskrat said the shit is about to hit the fan for King Charlie. Pedo said Jimmy Savile, Epstein, the works. That's what I think. It's all going to come undone. It's the one card that they pull out that brings the whole thing down. You know what I mean? They just got to pull the right card. We haven't seen it yet. I agree, though. Menacing Muskrat. Sir Branson, Sir Elton, a lot of them crime ministers should be shitting themselves. Crime Chitto will be the first to go down. Turdo. I hope so. Zal said, yes, Aussie Cossack was released on Friday. Good. Zal said, Ismail Perez is highly suspicious buyer. Beware. Alex said, sounds like a hoot, King Snurgle. That's one of those ones that you go, I wish I was awake for that. If I did that, I wish I knew. Out to lunch said, Donna, she thinks a gallon of milk is $4 or so. Oh, wow. Darren said, Charles can't last, Alex. He may share the fate of his namesake. The last two King Charles have died. Shannon said, world has always been bonkers. You're just waking up and shining light on their corruption. Everything is upside down. Everything you've been taught is a lie. You're watching a show. I agree, Shannon. I agree. Zal said, Prince Chuck the Turd. Yeah, exactly. Prince Chuck the Turd. Judy said, I think they go by another calendar. Zal said, yes, they do, Judy. Yep. Alex said, that's terrible, Susie. This woman is English and can find her under a what or something like that. Toxic person. Very toxic. King Snurgle said, Alex, funny you should say that. I signed you up for a new job at Hooters while you were drunk. Judy said, gallon of milk here is about $5. Oh, really? That's a gallon. A litre is only maybe that small. Okay, that's 500 mils. 2 of them would be 1 litre for milk. Is about $3 or $4 here for 1 litre. So that's 2 of these cups full of milk. Depending on which milk you buy. You can buy the really cheap stuff, which is watered down and probably not good for you at all. And that is probably like $2.50 for 2 litres. Yeah, I kind of won't buy that milk. Shannon said, now I have an urge to visit Hooters. Zal said, the events many of the psychics are seeing have been a year out. Alex said, well, I'll never be calling him king, that's for sure. He was best friends with one of the biggest pedos in history, and Jim Defo fixed it for him. Yeah, exactly. Shannon said, you can do something naughty when you fold the Aussie $5 note the right way. Really? I don't think I've got one on me. Out to lunch said, Judy, yeah, the satanic calendar they're running on. Shannon said, I just had a thought. I can say this $5 not identifies as a pineapple, $50. Or you can now say. And, out to lunch said, Dark Outpost on Rumble was talking about that today. Hey, Angie, how you doing? Just got home from work. Sal said, use the @ and type their name, Susie. Susie said, Zal, I think Ismail Perez is being used. He's pro-witchcraft and divination and says King Solomon was the ultimate white wizard. Max Spears said he was a Satanist. What do you think? Out to lunch said, use @ and then chat name will make it show orange. George said, my mum certainly will not be calling Charge King. My mum can't forgive him for the way he treated Princess Diana. Yeah, that's another thing. Exactly. Alex said, Facebook have all sorts of personal information, including medical these days. I was worried that Amazon knew my debit card details before I even opened the letter for my new card. Shannon said, everything is 17. Patriots are in control. Trust the plan. Demelza said, Alex Belfield loudly protested against BBC buildings' questionable statue of Prospero and Ariel from The Tempest that was created by a pedophile artist. He's got that, at least, I suppose. Sal said, Susie, yes, that sums it up nicely. He's every conspiracy cliche put into one person. Hey, my Tennessee, how you going? Nashville is on the list. Oh, Mrs. Out to Lunch. Good to see you back, Hev. Good to see you too, Donna. Fred loves Donna, and Donna loves Fred. Judy said, I cannot wrap my head around all the evil that exists. I know. It's bad, isn't it? Sal said, purge the elite and their minions. That's exactly what I think. Out to Lunch said, Mew Mews are your cats. Oh, okay. I didn't know what you're talking. I thought you were trying to say another name for news. I don't know why. Shannon said, I can ask Jamie Deluxe about Frantic Missy. They know each other in real life. Yeah, if you want. Yeah, I'll message her anyway, make sure she's all right. I haven't heard from her for weeks. Out to Lunch said the cats are doing OnlyFans, you know, being pusses and all. Alex said, happy birthday for last week, by the way, Susie. I hope you had a lovely day. Happy birthday, Susie. Mrs. Out to Lunch said, Donna isn't blind, deaf and dumb, maybe, lol. Oh. Demelza said, but otherwise Belfield is obnoxious, really. Alex said, hey, Mrs. Out to Lunch, Fred loves Donna. Mrs. Out to Lunch said, I love salt. Sal says, the soyance. Shannon said, I'll send Hev a clip of faulty Fauci waffle. The soyance. Oh, the soyance. I get you. The soyance. Alex said, I refound Jamie Deluxe the other day. Shannon, you did an update on Brittany Murphy. Hey, Liz, how you going? And good night. Oh, God love you. Centron said out, yeah, man, real good. Hope you are too. Alex said, and you can find Frantic Missy on Twitter under Frantic Missy. Susie said, my birthday, thanks for the well wishes, but I'm not born in September. That's a good one. Alex said, I'm sure she'll appreciate any love, especially after what he and her family have been through. My heart goes out to them. Yeah, definitely. Shannon said, we got an air fryer the other day. Is awesome. Yeah, I think I'm going to, I don't know. Oh, I'd like one, but I don't know if I need one, you know. Out to Lunch said, all is great here in northeast Mississippi. Highs of 85 degrees or so, clear skies and sunny. Oh, beautiful. We got cloud again. Out to Lunch said, Alex, you're so good to me for sure. I'm so lucky. Oh. Shannon says, scare event necessary. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for, that whoa type thing. Susie said, hey, Out to Lunch, have you ever been to Sky Lake? It looks so beautiful and practically prehistoric. Mrs. Out to Lunch said, Out to Lunch, you are so funny. Don't tell them I beat you. Out to Lunch says, Susie, no, where is it? I'm between Memphis and Tupelo. Is it Tupelo, Mississippi? Shannon said, Hev shouldn't do that with her hand, a little Hitler-esque. What was I doing? Alex said, I may have made an error, Susie. I think it was Sherry. It was a birthday last week. Whoops. Out to Lunch said, Mrs. Out to Lunch, oh, me loving you. Oh. Menacing Muskrat said, Luke 17:2. So Branson, Sir Elton, a lot of them, crime ministers, should be shitting themselves. Crime turdu will be the first to go down. Richard Kemp, amen. Alex said, Whoopi Goldberg. Whoops, for fuck's sake. I'm done. Zenitron said, Sharon Naughty, to yourself, lols. Susie said, I think somewhere near a place called Valzoni or Belzoni. Shannon said, Brandon is a bad dude and he has an island as well. Oh, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Eyes to See said, Hev, I love you're optimistic, but unfortunately you're wrong. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be blunt. We all love you. I know you do. You don't have to agree with me, and I know you don't hate me if you don't agree with me. I know that. Don't you worry. Shannon said, Zenitron, now that's a movie I would watch. Dana said, can I just ask who this Sharon is? Who bullies her mods, etc.? She does herself. Her channel is a what? A-E-H, one word, and then what is the second word. And she's just really, really, really nasty piece of work. And she bullies her own mods, and she lets people's secrets out while she's drunk online. her own listeners. I've always sat quietly and just watched from afar and gone, never known someone like that. I've never known so. If I knew someone like that, then I wouldn't know them because I wouldn't be around them. So, yeah, that's who she is. She had a baby who apparently died from, well, that's the story. It was on Sean Atwood, and it's still actually, even though the video has been removed from YouTube, it is still online. You can hear it. You just got to do a Google search instead, and you can actually hear the podcast of it, which she seems to be giggling all the way through, which seems to me like a flirty thing with Sean Atwood. I don't know. That's just how it came across. And then laughing or giggling in really questionable spots about a baby. And then she did Richie Allen's show too. There's a Richie Allen, he's on YouTube, and she's still on that one, where you can get the backstory, but I'm not sure the backstory is real. That's all I'm going to say. Alex said, don't forget to hit the likes. Alex said, hey, Dana. Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah. Even if you type that name in, her channel will come up. And it's just like a little cartoon character doing, the slapping your own head type thing. Odysee said Tom Hanks, a.k.a. Rockefeller, and his wife, Rita Wilson. Yeah, we heard that. George said, does anyone still watch SG? Only when she has a lot of views on one video. Because I know that's going to be one of those videos where she's going off. She's going off. And things come out when she does it too that I don't think she realizes. I really don't. Xenotron said, how do I become a member? Is there a join button underneath the video? I think that's where it is. Underneath the video, there should be a join button, like under subscribe and that, and then I don't know if it's coming up. Can anyone tell me? Shannon said, a.k.a. Windy Shazza. Yeah, like she, as I said, when she's straight, she's come across really lovely. Really lovely. That's not the real person, I don't think. It's what comes out when she drinks is, I think, the real her. Alex said she was in newspapers years ago and then created a channel. Now she just abuses everyone. Exactly. Alex said it's not nice to watch because people want to help her and then she just turns on them. Exactly. I'll tell you now, if you do ever go over to a channel, be careful if you're going to comment. That's all I'll say. I've never commented. Oh, I think I've commented once. I don't comment, really. Stay away. George said, we'd like to know how a baby gets many fractures from a vaccine. Yeah, exactly. Apparently the baby had 32 fractures. I don't know if it was real or not. Who knows? But you don't get that from one of them. Shannon said, gender reassignment starts with hormones, then you get surgery to make a pole from a hole. Whoops, I think I misunderstood the question, Xenotron. Oh, there you go. Alex put it up. How to become a member. God love you guys. Thank you. Alex said, I watched a few times George O'Brien, but I couldn't stand it. I'm just after the information that comes out when she does it, like, because she spills things. You can catch things if you're listening. Like she had a bit part in a movie or something, a TV show or a movie. Oh, yeah, I caught that one. And something just went off in my head where I went another. Like all these people around this seem to be actors or want to be actors. And, yeah. And what they really are trolls. I don't know. Are they being paid to troll? Is that their job? I don't know. Reggie said 8:12 in Houston, Texas. 2:13 UK time. Oh, my goodness, guys. Carl said there'll be a rally in 24 hours for anyone watching Shazam any music during the speech. Ooh, interesting. Alex said this chat never feels long enough, though. Always in great company here. And Alex said, yeah, that poor baby. Hey, she's got another little girl, apparently, that's been taken away. Never fight for that one? I don't know. A lot of questions. I have a lot of questions. I'm not even game enough to comment. No, I would comment, but no, I'm not going to. It's just like toxic. Like, I think even if you did ask a genuine question, you wouldn't get a genuine answer. Out to lunch says Sky Lake. Yeah, I found it. Never been or heard. Wow, southeast of here looks like it would be nice. A16 now into Houston, Texas. Alex said, that's what I think of, especially when she's going off on a rant, that poor baby. Well, see, when I said I know someone who was similar to her, right? When they drink, they would go off and they wouldn't necessarily remember what they'd done or said. And I know one who actually got very physical when he drank. Okay? And normally, fine. Yep, just, when that too much of that, and then, woo, it just shit hits the fan, right? How do we know that's not what happened? I don't know. Look, you got to question things now, you know what I mean? When you hear all these different stories about the one thing, then you're going, well, what is the truth then? Out to lunch said Rudy, over 1,000 vids. Wow. Alex said, I used to love the call-up clock. In 15 seconds, the time will be 2:80 p.m. I was going to say p.m. a.m. Menacing said, Alex, who is this person, woman? Shannon, oh, thank you. Did Hev miss my second payman and Mujavu joke? I think I did. I think I missed it. I don't think I've seen it, Shannon. Alex, does she still exist on old school phones? The call-up clock? Nostalgia right there. Out to lunch said Shannon Spear. Yeah, I think so. Hey, Flyby Stu. How you going? It's good to catch you. Long time no see. Alex said she has someone on YouTube called Sharon Gale. If you can sit through one of her streams, all power to your menacing muskrat. It's bad. Alex said, I can't bear listening to her. A lot of people can't anymore. King Snurgle said, Alex, the BT speaking clock used to be free. They started charging for it, so everyone quit using it. Out to lunch said, Flyby Stu, good to see you. You know when people were writing GTSY? For a while I didn't know what it means. It means good to see you. God, I'm an idiot. Oh. Senatron said, Shannon Spear lols, I'm just wondering what could possibly be done. Alex said, I used to feel sorry for her, but then she just escalated out of control. And that's exactly. I felt sorry for her for a very long time, even when other people had already given up. And now I realize that there's just no helping some people. It doesn't matter what you do. You can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves. And I think that's the situation she's in. Darren said, nature call, now I'm miles behind again. Oh, no. Ashley said, hey, Hev, long time. Hope you're well in health. Yes, I'm getting over the flu. I'm doing a lot better than I was the last couple of weeks, even though I'm still coughing. Hang on. Flyby Stu said, out to lunch, you too. Oh, there it is. Menacing Muskrat put the Queen's Guard fainting. Thank you, Menacing Muskrat. I'll go back over this in a minute and when I'm done and click on that. Excellent. Alex said, I remember used to being able to call her up from a phone box, King Snurgle. The Vikings, those were the days, yes. Oh, that's the time person. Oh, Xenotron said, hey, Alex, my name is Alexandra. Alex said, this chat is the best. Ashley said, I don't watch the news, haven't done for years. Best thing I've ever done. F propaganda gun. Yeah, exactly. Alex said, welcome, fellow Alexandra. Alex said, did you always used to get Alex? That's a boy's name too. Yeah, I was misgendering Alex earlier. King Snurgle said, I've never heard of this Sharon Gale bint. My YouTube search isn't finding it. Anyone got a link? Search a what? EH, one word, and what as the second word. I said, Hev, the mark is not here until the Antichrist rises. It's in Revelations. Okay, cool. Shannon said it's pronounced Xenotron. Oh, what have I been saying? Xenotron. Sorry, Xenotron. Alex said, yeah, Andy Pandy's walking around like a peacock in heat now. Pedos in power. Xenotron said, hey, Hev, I imagine the whole scenario to be like that old game, Kerplunk. Menacing Muskrat said, Missy T, are you a Canadian? I said, how can the fake royals be brought justice when they've been dead for years? They're all executed. Susie said, Hev, I don't know, is Sharon Gale and the live chat scammer are one and the same, but they seem to both use victimhood and sob stories to gain confidence. Yeah, that's how it works. Yep. Hey, Ruff, how you doing? Rudy says, say 27 now in Houston, Texas. Time's ticking. Alex said the Sharon Gale here is from the UK. Would be interesting to know, though, Susie Fraser. Ruff. Menacing Muskrat said 34 cities is going down. Okay. I said too many brainwashed sheep on here that are still asleep. Yeah. Flyby Stew said, not my effing king love from the UK. I don't blame you. Susie said, Alex, the grifter in the chat obviously never spoke, so who knows where she was from, but these types of people lie about everything. Exactly. But yet this lady calls other people grifters. So, I mean, it's insane. It's just, I think she's insane. I think she's lost the plot. Alex said, I'm still pissed off at how much it's going to cost the taxpayer to change all money, stamps, post boxes, and goodness, or should I say evil knows what's next, all while making us freeze this winter. Oh, yeah, to change everything over. Hey, Karen, how you going? Glad you're here. Just got home from work. Oh, Queen Camilla, hoping that doesn't happen. I don't think people are going to accept it. George said, Charles got very angry over a leaking pen. Lol. Yep. My Tennessee, I heard that King Charles is the 11-3 marker and that they reference. K equals 11 and C equals 3. Time will tell. You never know. Alex said, do you remember the chats they were in, Susie? Alex said, I missed up on the birthday again, Hev. Oh, no, that's all right. Just say happy birthday to everyone, right, for the whole year. Rudy said M equals 13. King Snurgle said, Alex, got mad as hell with Scottish Power, my joint gas lecky power provider. They put my direct debit up from $125 a month to $238 and took it without getting permission first. Ring him. Darren said that was the day after he got angry about the inkwell being in his way, George. Oh, really? Alex said it's shocking, King, and these bastards are getting away with it. King Snurgle said, luckily I had a spare in the bank, but imagine if that was a pension or a limited state pension only. That could have been all their food money for the month. Yeah. Alex said, energy is free. These people are taking the P, charging so much. It costs them next to nothing. Yet they've been putting it up year after year, slowly crushing people. Yep. Susie said, yep, Alex, she got 800 from Sky Lee Tarot and was on a chat with. I think Carolyn Perrin was the woman that grew up in the real house from the movie The Conjuring. Wow. Darren said they're doing to us all, King, billions of tax money put into power companies just so they can raise the bills. Alex said, I'll see if I could look into that, Susie. Can't stand people taking advantage of others. Yeah, or abusing others. Menacing Muskrat said, roll on the floor laughing. I'll give it a shot after a couple of shots, lol. King Snurgle said, I've ended up £300 in credit as of today, so they're looking to take more than the bills are. I bet it's impossible to get it debited back if it's needed, like the pensioner scenario. I was thinking, okay, with direct debit, Is there a way you can ring the company and say, I don't want to do direct debit anymore? Give me paper bills and I'll pay them? Because that's what I'm thinking of doing. I'm going to try that and see what happens. I'll let you know anyway. Xenotron said, oh, Shannon, you're naughty, but I like you. George said gas will be $2,500 a year for the next couple of years in the UK. Yep. Xenotron said, thanks, Alex. Menacing said, Alex, roll on the floor laughing. I'll give it a shot after I've had a couple of shots. Xenotron said, oh, I dingbat, of course I see it. Shannon said, what's not to like? George said, a lot of people are going to struggle with their bills this winter. Definitely. Alex said she's definitely let things slip, which is why I found out things that weren't what they seemed to have. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just a warning to people, if you go over there, don't comment, you'll just get abused. Alex said, I just had to find out more about that poor baby. Yeah. Alex said, it's going to be horrendous, George, especially for the elderly. Shannon said, no, eyes, the spanner will corrupt you. You don't need it. I said, I do believe Jesus said anyone who hurts a little one should put a millstone around their neck and cast themselves into the sea. Yep. King Snowball said, George, I was brought up in a huge old house, 1,000 feet above sea level, that only had open fires when we first moved in the mid-1970s. Drafty old windows and doors. Oh. Alex said, I have a couple of old people near me that I'll keep an eye on this winter. Yeah, definitely, Alex. If you can do that, that's lovely of you. Alex said, you'll be in for a ride, Muskrat. Shannon said, no, he said they would be better off to put a millstone necklace and cast themselves into the ocean. Susie said, so did guys hear that Meghan Markle paid that girl to hug her and tell her she was so beautiful during the walkout? They were late for the walkout because MM was drunk. Meghan Markle was drunk, need to be sobered up. Really? I hadn't heard about it, Susie. King Snowball said, George, I used to scrape the ice off the inside of the bedroom window in winter. I'm tough. I'm just going to turn the heating down and wear all my old military gear in the house. That's a good idea. Alex said, I've seen enough case studies now and her story defo doesn't add up. People get caught in their own lies. Well, I think she has been. Yeah. Shannon said, what if Jesus' controlled opposition eyes to see? Demelza said, night, Demelza. Have a good one. King Snurgle said, George, I'm mad because the power companies are assuming they'll still get paid for same power usage. Most will be turning their heating down to avoid paying inflated bills. King Snurgle said, Demelza, give my love to ZBD Boeing. Alex said, I too have to learn this short speak lingo, Hev. George said, King Snurgle, me and you and a lot of others could put up with the cold, but the elderly feel the cold more than us youngsters. Yeah, exactly. Michelle Obama has a PP. That's what MOHAP means. That's what that means, right? Okay, this means Michelle Obama has a PP. I said QE2 and the rest should have been executed back in 1980. Menacing Muskrat said Luke 17:2. It were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck and he cast into the sea than he should offend one of the little ones. Yep. Alex said, I meant tell you have Alexandria Marshall's been on UK TV the last few days because of the Queen. Yes. Alexandria Marshall is Ellie Melly on Twitter. Yeah. King Snowball said George O'Brien exactly, but they just assume everyone will be stupid enough to just fork it up. The increases exactly match their quadruple profit increases. Exactly. Eyes to see, said thumbs up. King Snowball said, George, the list of those that needed stringing up from lampposts just keep getting longer and longer. They do. Out to lunch said, Xenotron, found your channel, nice vids. Oh, lovely. Alex said, what a narcissist, Susie Fraser. I don't like any of the Rawls apart from Diana and Harry, or Has, as she calls him. Alex said, yeah, Has been fooked. Out to lunch said, trippy vids but nice. Xenotron, is that you with a snake? Alex said, I'd rather be away from the firm though, to be fair. Shannon said, I'd love to play the victim card, but I was mugged and they took it along with my white privilege card. Yeah, exactly. Maria said, is that King Charles, the tampon guy? Xenotron said, oh yeah, I'm a corny kind of person. Glad you like them. Alex said, happy birthday, Lisa. It's your birthday. That's from The Simpsons. I said, Alex, this is a massive New World Order agenda. They are puppets doing as they are told by dark forces all on Cuba, not the Q from America. Out to lunch says, Shannon, you have your ugly card though, right? Oh. Shannon said his name is Jaden, silly. That's right, Jaden's birthday. Xenotron said, no, the snake was in my garden. I thought it was dead until I put the hose on it. Awesome snake. Kathy, help me. Catch her. Oh, good. Xenotron said, in Bernie, Tassie. Oh, yes. Out to lunch said, Kidioscope is trippy. Is that kaleidoscope? Shannon said, no, it's funny face, but it melted. A Save America rally. Menacing Muskrats put September 17th. Alex said, I've known all about their agendas my whole life, although I didn't know I knew at some points until other things were highlighted. We all fell for it, eyes to see. Yeah, I feel it, yeah. Shannon said, for reference, a funny face is an icy pole or super duper in Australia. Oh, yeah, one of those ice blocks in the plastic sleeve. King Snurgle said the power companies in the UK charge more for same usage if you aren't on direct debit. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes it harder. Alex said some fell, I guess, those who got, the jibby jabby. Eyes to See said, Alex, they're all effing monsters. The sooner they go into the fire, the better. Susie said direct debit is evil because it gives the banks tacit permission to help themselves. Exactly. And the companies. I don't like it. Alex said, I heard there's going to be a massive protest in Parliament Square on the 1st of October, but not sure what it's about. Alex said, indeed, Eyes to See. Hey, Amanda, how you doing? Can't believe this is taking this long. I know. It has to play out on their timeline. Can't make it go any quicker. I know. I get impatient sometimes and I just think, but it has to play out how it has to play out. Shannon said, just lick the ice off the windows, melt it with your body heat. It works, trust me. Shannon, you don't go around licking windows, do you? Susie said, walk out. I type walk about 57 times, being messed with again tonight. Oh, yep. Everyone's saying hello. And Alex said, monsters are an understatement, but an accurate concept everyone can imagine. These people love inflicting torture on us all. I feel sorry for the people still asleep, Eyes. Yeah, Susie, Michelle Obama has a todger. I said, whoever said that Jesus is a controller position, you'll be sorry when you stand at the Great White Throne judgment when the books are opened. Xenotron said, I feel like I need to freshen my channel up. Out to Lunch says, my sister's name is Amanda or Mandy. Oh, that's a lovely name. Hey, Astrid, how you doing? They are worse than parasites, in my opinion, says Alex. Shannon said, I didn't say that. I just posed a question, Eyes. Amanda said, Out to Lunch. It's a good name. Menacing said, so does Jacinta from New Zealand, if that's what a todger is. Yeah. I said, Alex, me too. My heart breaks for the people and to what is going on and coming. Yeah. Alex said, time for an intermission, Hev. This chat is rocking and rolling. I could actually. Hang on one sec. I'm going to do, hang on, I've got to, where is it? Share the intermission. I'll be back, guys. Give me a sec.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright. And for the first time in a long time, I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows. And where I'll go in life, still nobody knows. But I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.
Okay, let's try and where is it? Add, remove from screen. Can you hear me okay? Okay, hopefully you can. I'm not muted or anything, so okay. Susie said menacing muskrat, she's got a great big todger. Alex said time to refuel and back for more. Hey Void17, how you doing? Eyes to see you in Gateshead. I'd love to meet you. I love reading your words. Alex said, hey Void. Void said, hi Elle. Shannon said, what need is there of thrones in the spirit eyes, and a white throne would be racist? And Void said, hi Alex. Shannon said, better than licking icy poles, lol. Or licking the windows. Alex said, Big Mike and his mid-sized wiener. Yep. Barack, I mean. Menacing Muskrat says some channels are saying that Charlie had his pants on backwards, thought it was a new style. That was when he Grisman about the inkwells. Shannon said best Austin Powers voice. That's a man. Sway time. Susie said, have you eaten today? Yes, I have. I have eaten today. I probably should have eaten just then, but not really enough time. Darren said everything's racist, Shannon, except if it's racist. Alex said Terminator style. Void said out to lunch. Sue said everyone get your lighters out. Shannon said Obama loves hot dogs. That's why he ordered $65,000 worth. Yes, exactly. Who needs $65,000 worth of hot dogs? Code talk. King Snurgle, Shannon said, Shannon, I have a white throne. It has 2 white lift-up lids. One has a hole in it, so does that make it my holy throne? I said, Hev's caught up. Void said, fine, thanks, but drunk as hey, it's Friday. Hey, it's Friday. Out to lunch said, time for the ducks. Yeah. I thought the, what is it, Statue of Liberty emojis were ducks because I can't see. Alex said, everyone is jumping on a bandwagon these days, Darren. Yep. Void said, time for a sandwich for me. Alex with the ducks. Shannon said, I'm not allowed to play with fire. Prometheus has forsaken me. Alex said, whoop, whoop. Darren said, that grass needs mowing. Shannon shared, Statue of Liberty, not a duck. George said, did not use my heating for months and did not put any money on my heating. Still owe them just under £40. Yeah, here in Australia, even if you don't use your electricity, they'll charge you for service fees. Starchild said, I love this song. Most of us relate, if not all. Yeah. That's why I like it, because I can relate. But mine's not just a year, well, even a year ago, but like 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Things change. Eyes to See said, Alex, this is evil, out of control nowadays is really bad, honey. Yep. Senatron said, hey, Hev and everyone, have a great week. Let's hope we all survive. Yes. I will try and come on this week. I know I said that last week, but I just had coughing fits, too many coughing fits. So I will try and come on this week with another couple of lives. I'm babysitting tomorrow and then Tuesday, I think. I don't know. I have to find out when I'm doing it again. Okay, so King Snurgle said, okay, Alex, as you aren't catching Z's right now, it's your turn to fill up the chat while Heather's away before she gets back. George said, I still got charged for not using my heating, lol. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Out to lunch said, Void, I had to put a beer down, was hurting my stomach, so now I smoke crackle under stuff. No, not really. Shannon said, eyes, check out 3 Truths, Prophet, End of the End Time. Starchild said, I'm too mean to die. I'm pissed off at these super gremlins. Yeah. Xenotron said, I stayed for the songs. Got a surprise. Alex said, we need to overturn the whole lot and start again from foundation up. The world has been built on shoddy corruption. No wonder it's crumbling before all our eyes, including theirs. Yeah, exactly. Alex said, can hear you fine. Excellent. King Snuggle said, that's the standing connection charge. The bastards have put that up too. Relative to the actual power cost increases, the government should have stopped that. Shannon said, on YouTube, eyes, check it out. Prophet of the End Time. Out to lunch said, Xenotron, see you later. I'm subbed with Bell on. Xenotron said, thanks, man. Makes me feel special. Shannon said, Holy of Holies. Xenotron said, that's about 2,000 hot dogs at number of bucks a piece. Yep. Sorry, not 2,000, 20,000. Did I say 2,000? Menacing Muskrat said, remember the devil's time's running out. He's like a roaring lion, so stay prepared and do not be scared. Repent is a great idea. Yeah, exactly. $3. Yeah. Wow. Out to lunch said, no, I'm special, so special. Alex said, did anyone see Charlie losing it over his leaking fountain pen? What a melt. And people are calling him king. I must be living in the Twilight Zone now, surely. Come on, man. That's been my favourite saying for like 20 years. Come on, man. Xenotron said, lols, everyone is special. Ruff said, we have solar and wind power in this town. $2 million. When the price goes up, we blame God as he is the supplier. Out to lunch is upside down. Yeah, upside down world. Shannon said, or they will guess your bill if they can't make it to check the meter. Alex said, backwards world. Amanda said, at this time, I'm so fed up with waiting for change. Menacing Musgrave said, yes, intermission. I said, if the service fees, it's all natural from God the Father. I'm telling the truth, honey bunny. I know. Out to lunch said, time for some herbal med for bedtime rest. King Snurgle said, Alex, even the TV commentators have shown up Charlie as a sport brat. Imagine the day he becomes a king, he's having stroppy hissy fits. What a complete twat. Yeah, exactly. If he's doing that now, that's going to wake a lot of people up too. Menacing Musgrave said, this song reminds me of the day I lose my wonderful horse. Her name was Co. Still tear up. Oh. Alex said, when is Hunter's laptop finally going to be revealed? I'd love it to be broadcast like they're doing with the Queen 24/7, and it will be a 24-hour live stream of everything coming out. That would be good. By the way, I think I just had a someone from Shaz's channel in here. Good to see you if you've been wronged by her, I swear to God. Which I think you have, actually. I won't say the name. I'm just letting people, in case I start popping up on her videos. Who knows? George said, I heard Charles will bring in the Great Reset. Shannon said, patience is a virtue. Starchild said, there's no safety in true freedom, so if we want freedom, good men will have to do some very bad things. That's what I think. People are going to, well, not even bad, we're going to have to go against some rules. That's what I think is going to happen. Karen said, wishing Diana would come out and arrest Charles. Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, Shannon said, my horse was named Clag. Alex said, Epps didn't kill himself. None of them did, and they know, and we all know. Someone just has to 24-hour live stream it and somehow put it on Times Square and Piccadilly Circus. Yeah. And you can do it at the Cross in Sydney too. There's a big screen right as you drive into the King's Cross in the city, which is our Sydney's sex centre, you know. Pretty much. And as soon as you drive towards that thing, there's a big screen on the corner. It used to have Coca-Cola on there. They could put it on there as well. King Snurgle said, George, has been noted that Charles was talking Great Reset first, even before Schwab's other penetrating puppets. Yeah, exactly. Shannon said, no, I didn't. I said it's a virgin. Alex said, we're not being horrible. I genuinely wanted to help Sharon, but when I heard how abusive she was being, I stopped watching. And she became a distant memory until now. Yeah. Well, as I said, every now and then I'll tune in to listen. Like, I hope she gets help. That's what I want to see, her doing better. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be happening. So, Menacing Musgrave said, my new horse called George. She's into everything, Shannon. She's helping me through the grieving period. Oh, good on ya. George said, yeah, King Snurgle. Hey, Gavin, how you going? There is talk about Prince Charles will be the first arrest that will shock the world. I have to wait and see. Yes, well, that would be good because that'll awaken a lot of people. Wouldn't it? Really? Alex said, all this needs to be shared on a big screen. It does. Susie said, Alex, I strongly feel he won't be king long. They said the other day that money with Queen on it will always be legal tender. Why say that? He may not get far enough to have his name on Spondylix. I don't know if that's how you say it. Alex said, I hope she gets help. Yeah. Honestly, a lovely person, straight. Seems that way. But I don't know now. There's a lot of stuff around that I'm starting to wonder if they're all little team, you know, that does, yeah, I don't know, weird things. Shannon said, curious, George. George said, a horse called George, lol. King Snurgle said, every town and city needs huge outdoor TV screens like at sports venues, and all their crimes need playing around the clock. Definitely. And Xenotron said, Charlie getting arrested will not shock us. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. I've run out of comments as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a gardening video if it's not raining, or if it is, I'll wait till later and do it. And then sometime soon it will be uploaded to YouTube. I can't say exactly when because it depends on when I can record it. But I will give it to members first for the first 24 hours, and then it'll be released to everyone so everyone can watch it. I know some people aren't interested in the cooking and gardening videos, but they're there for people who are. So people who do like gardening and know what's coming and know they need to do it, yeah, they may be interested. Okay, hang on, I'll read the last few comments that have come up. Shannon said they can't reveal the whole truth. Normal people wouldn't be able to handle the whole truth. I've heard that too. Alex said, I think we're all about to witness the biggest event in all of history and nothing else will matter. Hopefully we'll all remember what we're supposed to do and not go into shock. And learn how to treat people who do go into shock. Okay, blankets, warmth, comfort. There's a lot of things you can do for people in shock. King Snurgle said, George, I misread that original comment. I thought she said she had a horse hung like George. Menacing Muskrat said, duck and Statue of Liberty heaven sent. Get it out. I can't spit it out. Susie said, is it really cold where you are, Hev? Yeah, it's 9.8 degrees Celsius. So it's cold. I'm up in the mountains, though. Carl said, I've been listening. Thanks, Hev. No worries, Carl. Thank you for listening. Alex said, this has been awesome live, Hev. Thank you to you and all in the chat. Truly an awesome place to come together. Love you all. And Shannon says, the Queen is a 7,000-year-old lizard that eats babies. Oh, no. Okay, guys. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.
Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I ain't going back, I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. way back a year ago.